That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute. Mine's about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the booth.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. I play for Tennessee State.
Smooth back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Bad News Bubba. It is Tuesday, August 26th. Game week rolls along, 4 days away from football time in Tennessee. Cody McClure, top of the morning to you, friend.
Good morning. Good morning, John. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the freaks, of which there are a lot of them. A lot of them. I see at least one right across the glass here from us on the production board. Good morning to you, Bubba. Good morning to the boss man who's joined us today. Good morning. I hope you're all well. It's good to be here. Good to be anywhere. I feel myself getting even more eager as the week goes along. We've got merely 2 days, 48 hours until the season kicks off officially, and then just over double that for the Vols. It's upon us. It is upon us. How are you today?
I might. I was chilly. I was cold this morning.
It's like 58.
Yeah, I actually had to turn the heat on this morning in the car. I had to slide over the heat to fire it up.
The heat?
Yeah.
Word
to D Wade.
You were shivering when you went out?
I mean, I won't say I was shivering, but like when I got out, I was like, oh, it's a little chilly. And then when I got in my car, I put the heat on a little bit, which is going to suck when I go out to my car for lunch and all of a sudden it's blowing hot air and I can't remember why. I'm like, why is it so hot in here? And I'm like, oh yeah, because it's 90 degrees.
Oh God, yeah, and then it'll be hot. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, it's it's a great week. Feeling like fall. It picked a good week to do this. Do you make noise when you're cold? Sometimes I make noise if I'm cold.
You mean like shiver?
No, I walk out and I say burr, burr, like that.
I just come out and say, ugh, there must be some clovers in the atmosphere.
Sometimes my teeth chatter because of the cold. I don't like the bitter cold, but boy, I love this weather. If we could have this every day, light jacket in the morning, perfect in the afternoon, boy, would that be something. It sure is nice.
That's a little. I got to be honest. I don't love that. I don't love.
You don't love perfect weather.
Well, I just don't love having to have the light jacket in the morning and then take it off. Like I kind of prefer if it was like 50 all day.
Well, I tell you what,
I think my perfect weather is like 35 in the morning, and then like 55 in the afternoon, or like 45, 65.
That's the worst.
Light hoodie weather. No, you can't call it perfect weather if you have to change clothes.
The worst. You're telling me you don't take that hoodie off when it's 55?
Not typically.
Really?
Not in here. Maybe you weren't here last year when it got cold. No, you were here. It's like 65 degrees in here when it's cold last year. You had to keep the hoodie on for sure.
It does get cold in here in the winter and hot in the summer sometimes, but
it's a big warehouse.
It's
only so much we can do.
Yeah, it's been nice and cool this summer. I hate that weather. It's strange to me that's your favorite weather.
I just don't want to be inconvenienced by having to take off a layer of clothes. It can't be perfect if you have to dress for two different weathers. Just by my definition.
By simply taking off a light jacket?
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be perfect if I have to adjust for something.
Well, in order for it to be perfect in the afternoon, it has to be a little cool in the morning. The way I see it, they go hand in hand. What's a little cool to you? What's a jacket? Because is like 62 a jacket?
I don't know. I don't ever pull out a thermometer.
Yeah.
Or a compass.
A lot of times I'll just raw dog and not do the jacket.
Yeah.
Like I'll just walk outside in short sleeves when it's 58. And
I just know that this morning it was a little chilly.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I really am happy about it. I'm really happy the football is back. You know, I find myself really consuming a lot of the football talk this week.
Football.
Last night I was listening to the national guys. They're talking about the NFL getting ready to go. And this guy was so upset about Kenny Pickett because he was saying Kenny Pickett should be, you know, the guy in Cleveland. They should give him a shot. And what the guy kept saying, he kept saying he's fun, he's charismatic, his teammates like him. Like, that's what he kept going back to. There was another word he used. What did he use? I wrote it down. He's fun. He's charismatic. His teammates like him, and he's engaging. He engages with the media. And I kept being like, I was like, you got a crush or something, man? We're talking about a quarterback. None of the things he described make a good quarterback. If he was going to be a Hollywood actor or something like that, that would be good. He's fun. He's engaging. He's charismatic. But this guy's just so hung up on this about Kenny Pickett. I'm like, none of that makes you a good quarterback. Anyway, I find myself listening to these radio shows and disagreeing with the hosts, yelling at my radio. I love it. If I didn't do this, I'd probably just be a radio caller. I could probably do that.
You could sleep more.
Yeah. Oh, boy, I tell you, for sure.
I don't feel like I've watched much Kenny Pickett in the NFL and came away thinking, this is fun. Now, in college, he was fun. You know, the fake slide against Wake Forest, that was cool. But, like, I haven't seen anything in the NFL that makes me think Kenny Pickett is fun.
Well, the thing that gave it away to me that this guy's some sort of a schlub is because he said he's engaging with the media, which tells me one time he probably met Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was nice to him. He's like, oh, I want to root for this guy. You know how these media guys are.
Now, you know, to give this media guy the benefit of the doubt a little bit, or at least give him a bone here, like I do feel like the Browns would be better off seeing if they could squeeze any talent out of Kenny Pickett, who was, you know, once a first-round pick, versus turning the team over to a 40-year-old quarterback. Like, I do think there's probably a higher ceiling there. So, like, I do think maybe you give him a shot, but
well, and if that's the point he was making, I would agree. But that's not the point he made.
Flacco into, you know, Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur is a very bleak quarterback room. Bubba, top of the morning to you, friend.
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
That's what I like to hear, Bubba.
Did you just call me a lady?
Something like that.
Laddie.
Laddie.
Lad McConkey. Another football player.
Stud.
Chad, Dad, Brad. Lad's cousins.
McHonky. That's what I call him. That Cowboys documentary, by the way, I'm on episode 4. I'm about done with it. It's great. You should watch it if you're someone in the audience who likes football. Carry on, Bubba.
I don't even know where to carry to. My wayward sons.
What does your
Shout
hoodie
out
say?
Kansas.
I don't think it's appropriate.
What does your hoodie say? Well, I have to see it, so the audience. What
Can
does
you
it
stand
say?
up? Because I can't see it anyway. It says something about loving lesbians. Everybody knows I love lesbians. Wow. And what is it about them that you love, Bubba?
If you know, you know. And I don't think you know.
He doesn't know. This guy don't know.
Oh, I know. I know.
Did you slow the ticker speed down already?
Rock, paper.
I have tried to.
Okay.
It is at the lowest setting it can go.
Okay. One of the freaks was crying about it, said it was giving him a headache.
I don't know if he was crying about it, John.
It's so fast, Bubba. Slow it down.
We have different reading speeds.
Whoa. I was just joking, but you took a shot at his intellect.
I didn't say that. I was taking a shot at my intellect.
Wow.
My reading speed is not that great.
Your reading speed's not that great?
Nope. I think it's like 118 words per minute.
How do you measure that? I've measured typing before, but how do you measure?
Online, there's these
count?
things where it has like these like paragraphs that you can read, and you start a timer, and then you get to the bottom, and then you hit like end. And
guess that
it
makes
says
sense.
like be honest with yourself about quickly reading versus actually reading what you say, because sometimes you'll read something and you're just like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. So you read back over it again, and you're just like, okay, it's still not clicking, but we got to move on. And then you halfway memorize like 1 or 2 keywords from that whole previous paragraph, and then
Yeah, I might take a test later. I'd like to know how fast I read. I'd like to know.
22 words per minute.
Tuesday trivia today. Bubba, per my demands, has seeded trivia. He does not have one ready. I have an audience submitted one, so we have one ready to go. If it's
Because
going
you
to be
said
Cody
you
versus,
took away my rights to that.
yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said. Bubba's been fired from trivia. The complaints have been heard.
It's a lot harder when he says you took away his rights.
8 months. We gave him a try to do trivia. We took it away from him.
I did.
5 months, 6 months. I don't know. How long you been with us now, Bubba?
You were the station.
Long
station.
enough.
No. Me. Talk sports.
I mean, you traded me away early on.
Okay, I didn't trade you away.
You traded me away early on.
I was like a soccer club, Bubba. I loaned you out. I had to let you go get some reps.
So I'm a vehicle, so that way everybody else can just pile.
No, you're a stud soccer player. You're
Oh,
Jamie
hey.
Tart.
Don't be throwing around Ted Lasso references that I don't
Man
understand.
City sent you down to my place, to Richmond, and then you became beloved on Under Review, and then I brought you back to Man City, and it seems like you've been unhappy the whole time, kind of like he was on Man City. Who
knows why that is?
Tart, Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart.
Where does a guy find a hoodie like that, Bubba?
That's a great question, Cody.
Club XYZ, probably.
Nope. It's from a YouTube
probably.
group.
A YouTube group?
Yeah, they're called Red
Called
Link.
Lesbians.
They've known for eating crazy food.
Let's go.
My
to
mind
break.
went the same place.
Let's go
yours
to break.
did.
It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's Sports Talk Radio Superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fan Run and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Light, refreshing, White Claw Hard Seltzer. Drink it responsibly. I know it's Tennessee football game week, but I feel like the story of the day, we got to pour one out for Ojindo Cinco as the Lions went ahead and did the inevitable. They cut him, released him, put him back in the water to swim. Maybe ended his NFL career. Goodbye, Hendon Hooker. We'll always have the memories. Unfortunate knee injury against South Carolina when they were maybe cheating. At least you got paid for a couple years. You'll always be a Tennessee legend. Dan Campbell sucks. No, I like Dan Campbell. It's not Dan Campbell's fault. It was a pretty good indicator when Dan Campbell said the day before maybe Hendon should look elsewhere. Yeah, it seemed like the writing was on the wall there. Yeah, I think we kind of saw this coming after that. As Dolly Parton once said, I will always love you, Hendon Hooker. I gotta say, of my cognitive lifetime, and this is what I mean by this as a 32-year-old man, my favorite Tennessee quarterback of all time. What I mean by that is I don't really remember Peyton playing because I was too young, and I have only a brief memory of T, and that was pretty much listening to games on the radio with my dad in Arkansas. And so, because what I mean by that is my first quarterback that I truly remember as a cognitive football fan, truly, was Casey Clausen. So for me, at this age, I can say, based on the guys I've watched play live, Hendon Hooker, my favorite quarterback, my favorite Tennessee quarterback.
I would say there's a lot of people in your same boat. Hell, I might be in your same boat.
That's all I mean by that is that, yeah, but you were a little older, so you probably remember T better than I do, and he's a national champion.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you have to say T?
No, you don't have to say T. Plus, I mean, I was 8 and 9 years old. I mean, cognitive, yes, I guess, but not Not really.
Well, see, that was Clausen for me.
Yeah, I mean, I remember T. Martin, but like I don't feel like I was sophisticated enough.
I was pretty sophisticated at 9.
I remember, I was there when Peyton led the band against Vandy. So, I mean, I remember some Peyton, but I wouldn't consider myself really cognitive during his time either.
Mm-hmm.
T, you're an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? You're 8 years old. So what do you really know?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Plus, to me, so. I mean, I don't know. Hendon was better than T.
Oh, at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think just because you win a national championship, you have to be someone's favorite, because I think on that team, like, I don't know, I loved Al Wilson and Peerless Price. Like, those are my guys on that team. So I think for a lot of people, really a question probably for most would be, were you old enough? Are you over the age of like 38 where you would be really, aware of what was happening, how special it was with Peyton Manning? Or is it Hendon Hooker? Like, you maybe have a couple of Josh Dobbs truthers in there, but like, yeah, I think Hendon's the second best quarterback at Tennessee over the, for a lot of people. Now, maybe Heath Schuler still is above him for people. And, maybe there's some Condredge Holloway fans listening in the audience that has him ranked higher, but Hendon's a stud. Hendon was great at Tennessee. I don't know if he would have made it in the NFL without the knee injury, but like, it was very frustrating. It was very annoying to see, a football analyst yesterday, a draft analyst yesterday, talking about this as if it was a dunk on Josh Heupel.
Yeah, I heard some of that talk too. Basically about how there's 0 quarterbacks that have had success in the NFL coming from the veer and shoot offense.
I mean, I don't know if I even agree with that. Like, Drew Lock's on how long's he been in the NFL? Year 6? Now, you could say he hasn't had success, but I mean, he was a starter for a bit. He's still in the league. So, I mean, like, there's only 32 starting jobs. He had one for a little bit. He's a top 6 backup. Now, look, you can argue about that being success. That's fair. Sam Bradford was had a pretty good NFL career as well. Now, if you tell me he's never produced a stud in the NFL, okay. But I think if we started playing that game with a lot of schools and a lot of coaches, we'd have some questions about him. Just personally, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're negatively recruiting against Josh Heupel, I think that's a fair point, though. Like, if that's what a guy recruiting against him would want to do. The counterpoint to that would be for Heupel, but I got my guys to the NFL. And we'll see with Joe Milton. He might be the future of the Dallas Cowboys. So
it doesn't feel fair for Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker making the NFL for that to turn into a negative thing for Josh Heupel.
Right, yeah.
Like, Hendon Hooker making the NFL should be seen as a success. For him being drafted in the 3rd round?
Well, for his
with a busted ACL, the torn ACL, like, that should be seen as a success for Hendon Hooker, who would have been, insert job, delivering packages, selling insurance, whatever the jokes are.
Brothel owner.
No, Hendon's a good Christian man. He wouldn't own a brothel.
You never know.
He wouldn't own a brothel. He'd be
doing a good Christian man can't own a brothel?
I'd say most people would probably say that, yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
Most people would probably say that. Hendon's a good Christian man. But like, Hendon Hooker would have been working a job. He would have been going pro in something other than sports if Josh Heupel hadn't found him and got him in that system. I mean, he was an afterthought after leaving Virginia Tech. So like, I just don't subscribe to anything that says that Josh Heupel failed Hendon Hooker. That, to me, just can't be your starting point or your conclusion. You can't start there. You can't end there, because Josh Heupel and Hendon Hooker was a very successful relationship for both guys. But like Hendon Hooker, that's the only coach that he's been successful with.
Yeah, when you look at Hooker personally, if he didn't come to Tennessee, he's just lost in the shuffle at Virginia Tech and nobody ever knows his name. probably the same with Joe Milton. I mean, would Joe have gotten a job somewhere and done something in college, perhaps? But Tennessee got those guys to the NFL.
Joe Milton, I don't look at the same way as Hendon because Hendon was left for dead. Hendon didn't have, like as Joe calls it, this beautiful God-given talent. Like, do I think somebody would have taken a flyer on a guy that could throw the ball as far and as hard as he can and is as athletic as Joe Milton is? Maybe. But I'm not going to say Josh Heupel ruined Joe Milton either. If Joe Milton doesn't ever pan out as a starter, I still think getting 3 years of paychecks, 4 years of paychecks in the NFL is a pretty good success. It still changed Hendon Hooker's life. Hendon Hooker's still a legend now in Knoxville. Like, if he wants to come back here and, like I said, sell insurance, sell real estate, do anything, like the public will support his endeavor.
Hooker's brothel has a pretty good ring to it. But you're right. He can always have a future here. I mean, he could come do whatever he wants to in Knoxville. He's a beloved being in this city, in this state. I don't know what he'll choose to do with his life now, but
like, if you want to tell me, hey, Jalen Hyatt hasn't panned out in the NFL, okay, I don't disagree. I would ask, what percentage breakdown you give to him having to catch passes from the Giants quarterbacks, like, on a team that didn't have any quarterbacks or an offensive line in the last 2 years. But, hey, maybe he's going to be a big bust, and maybe he'll be a big black eye on Josh Heupel's tenure. Maybe his development will be a stain on Heupel.
I think it's important to remember, too, a lot of guys just don't make it in the NFL.
Well, there's that.
I mean, it's the 1% of college football players that are good enough to be there,
Well, there's that. Now, Jalen Hyatt should make it in the NFL. Like, he was an elite recruit, or at least a top 200 recruit, and he, of course, had the college production and the speed where he should be better in the NFL. So far, he has been a disappointment. But again, I would like to know how much of that falls on the shoulders of the New York Giants quarterbacks. If he can't make any plays this year with Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart, we'll have a different discussion. But the first 2 years have been disappointing, but not anything that has made me give up on him.
So to put a speed bump on this Jalen Hyatt conversation, going back to Hendon Hooker really quick, are you saying that he can't be a backup quarterback anymore? That with him being cut, it's probably it for him?
I just don't see what team's going to bring him in as a number 2.
Because he could be like the Josh Dobbs, where they kind of keep this guy around for his, more mental side of things and his ability to understand the game.
Yeah, I would say that Josh Dobbs at this point in his career had proven more, though. Like, he at least had came in one game in Pittsburgh against the Titans, I believe. Maybe it wasn't the Titans. But I remember he had like a play. He was stopped on the 1 yard line. He at least threw like a 25-yard completion to get them off the goal line. I remember that early on in Dobbs' career. At this point, 3 years, he probably hadn't actually had any moments as a starter, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, maybe Hendon can do that. Maybe.
It's just tough to judge somebody based on preseason tape because we've seen a lot of these quarterbacks.
Sure.
Soon to be starters, they're playing, a couple of series and other things like that in quarters and halves where they're pretty inconsistent.
No, I think so. I agree with what you're saying, but there's just a lot of.
Granted, the NFL's not fair. So
now, if you want to tell me that, he stays on as a backup, sure, and we'll see. I don't know if anybody's going to be rushing to sign him, to bring him in as a second string quarterback. We'll see.
Better keep his suitcase handy if he's going to take the Josh Dobbs route.
But Josh Dobbs
everywhere.
But Josh Dobbs has had a good career. I mean, for an NFL player, I mean, he's not a starter. He won't be a starter, but I think a lot of people would view that as a success. If you're a 7-8 year veteran, you get in there, you get your full pension. You've had some moments. I would say most quarterbacks would say, "Hey, give me that."
If you look at the other quarterbacks in Hooker's class, none of them are really panning out either, besides C.J. Stroud. I mean, he's the one guy you can point to who's really done anything.
Isn't it crazy that Josh Dobbs has played for 9 NFL teams?
Well, yeah, that's what Cody was getting at with the suitcase. But
Keep your suitcase, Andy.
That's the life of a backup quarterback, man. You're not there. You're not good enough to win the starting job.
you're good enough to come in, and in Dobbs' case, he was used a lot for teams in a pinch that had to have somebody that could learn the playbook quickly because, of course, he's a brainiac. So, like, hey, you can come in here, you can learn this. If not, you can run around and make some plays.
Bubba, did you enjoy your breakfast sandwich?
It was all right. It did the job.
Bubba caught me staring at him while he was eating his breakfast sandwich, so he went and hid it behind those big monitors like a dog hides a bone out in the yard.
What'd you eat?
It was a breakfast burrito.
From where?
The freezer.
Oh, nice.
Previously made in abundance and wrapped up in tin foil or aluminum foil or just foil. Not sure the type of metal that it's made from.
What brand?
Of tortilla, eggs, the rice. What are we talking here?
It's not really the brand. I was
like
going,
I
don't think it's a brand.
Uncle Ben's, or I don't know. I don't know.
Careful. Be careful.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Isn't Uncle Ben canceled? Isn't he like Aunt Jemima?
Uncle Phil? No.
Well, anyway, I think Hooker will find success doing something. I don't think his football career is long for. I don't think he's long for the world in football either. But he'll find something.
You'd like for him to find a team for the 2 years to get the pension, like the full. I think it's a full 5-year pension after if you make it 5 years of service. So, like, I'm rooting for him to hang around there for that reason. But I don't know. I just not to have to white knight for Josh Heupel, but I just don't see how Hendon Hooker not being able to play in the NFL after tearing his ACL in late November before his rookie year, how that's an indictment on Josh. I think it should be seen as a success getting him in the NFL. Now we'll see. We'll see what Cedric Tillman does this year. He's not really going to have a quarterback, but hey, maybe Flacco will throw that thing to him. Dante Thornton. Dante Thornton has a chance to be a real breakout star in Vegas. People are raving about him. He should be a starting wide receiver from the get-go. If Dante Thornton comes in and is a great starting wide receiver, will Josh Heupel get credit for that? Will they say he was developed at Tennessee, or will it be like, oh, he learned all that at Oregon? I don't know.
Cedric Tillman's been all right.
Tillman's had some moments, and Tillman was also another guy like Hooker who was left for dead, before he got here and helped, take him to the next level. Tillman had done nothing under Jeremy Pruitt and that pass regime, and then Heupel gets here, and all of a sudden he's an NFL wide receiver and, is a factor in the NFL, or at least a contributor in the NFL.
I don't guess Heupel would get any credit for Josh Palmer.
No.
Is there any crossover there?
No, I don't believe so.
I couldn't remember if Palmer got drafted in 21 or 22.
I don't believe so. And Velus Jones sucked. So,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that that's a green flag or a green check for Heupel. You got him drafted, got him paid, but yeah, it did look like Velus Jones didn't really know how to play wide receiver when he got up there. So, if you point to him, you might have a point there.
Heupel, other players on offense are doing well. I mean, the running backs are doing pretty well. Jabari Small is on a team now. He's at least getting a shot with the Lions. Jalen Wright is a pretty good back for Miami.
I think Jalen Wright's another.
You don't think Jalen Wright's good? Is he not going to be the number 2 back in Miami?
They were linked to trying to trade for Brian Robinson Jr. Now, they didn't end up doing that. He went to San Francisco, but they were looking for another back. And they had 5 in camp. So, I mean, I don't know for sure if he's the number 2 just yet.
He is on my fantasy draft sheet, but that's what I'm going off of. So,
well, yeah, but that's
Achane and Wright. So I don't know.
Do you know when that fantasy draft sheet was written?
No, not really.
You took a fantasy draft sheet to the draft?
Everybody uses a fantasy draft sheet.
Grow up.
You're the only person in the world who doesn't use a fantasy draft sheet.
No, I'm not. I was actually listening to a podcast this week where they're doing a draft on YouTube and we're talking about how no cheat sheets are allowed and how big of cowards people are for doing that, how big of doofuses they are. So they're all doing drafts.
That's fine if you
They
want
said
to
you can bring in pen and paper, print it out.
Well,
write it down. So no, I'm not the only person in the world.
Sheet. It's a guide.
I'm not the only person in the world. It's not an open notes test. It's not an open book test.
Nobody said that. You're the only one saying that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I just
you
told
are.
you I was
You're
listening
the
to a
only one.
podcast that was saying they're doing the same thing.
Okay, well, that's fine. It's you and that podcast. I mean, everybody else uses a cheat sheet.
Well,
it's completely normal. It's
lot of people
completely
like-
accepted.
A
in
lot of
fantasy
people
football.
like the easy way out.
Well,
a lot
you know,
of people can't think
if
for
the teacher
themselves.
tells you can use a study guide, you can use a study guide. So it's up to your commissioner. And every league I've ever been a part of, you're able to use a cheat sheet.
Okay, sounds good. Thursday night, fan run draft, no cheat sheets.
Well, no, we're not doing
You
that.
said it's up to the
because-
commissioner. I'm the commissioner. No cheat sheets.
Unless you let
This
everybody else
Thursday.
know.
I will notify everybody. No papers, nothing.
Let
Raw
everybody
dog
else
in the
know you
draft.
do it.
This Thursday?
Yep.
When's the competition day?
Starts today.
Wow.
You going to be there?
What time? As a working man, something
You
seems
might
like
have
the
to opt out, brother. I don't
cards
know.
are stacked against the guy.
I don't know, brother. We've had a couple opt outs, so I mean, like, it's not like you're guaranteed to be last, but
A couple opt-outs. Who else opted out yesterday?
we got Chase opted out. Brett had to opt out for work, same reason. Now we got Bubba. Bubba's not a firm opt out, but we got it does suck. I don't know how to do it for the people who can't be here at certain times. We could try to squeeze them all in at like 6:00 on Thursday. We could try that. That's a lot of stuff to do before the draft. You know what I mean? I don't want you to miss out though. Could you be here Thursday at 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see. Because I'd like for you to compete. Just a lot of stuff we'd have to do.
I'll take my chances with the rest of them if that's the case.
I'll spin the wheel
With the
before you.
opt-outs.
I'll spin the wheel before you leave. We'll see what the first competition is.
Well, getting everyone to compete at the same time is going to be tough anyway. You
Well, I
slice it.
know. I know it is. I know it is. But we're trying to accommodate. We're trying to do the best we can.
Well, my suggestion was maybe if it's possible, we could try to get everyone in early on Thursday. Like if we're drafting at what time? 8 p.m. or when it, like if we could get everyone, try to do everything in 2 hours before.
You think we can do everything in 2 hours before?
I think so. Yeah. If me and you set it up early.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the path then.
Yeah.
Because I'd like everybody to be able to compete too that wants to compete.
For sure.
All right, Dan. Maybe that's the plan then. I want my boy Bubba to be able to compete, go for that number 1 pick. Who would you pick number 1 right now, Bubba?
Right now?
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Nice. Good answer. Cody, who would your chart tell you to pick? Who would the professionals that you're copying off of, who would they have at number 1?
Jamar Chase.
Let's go to break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then, SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves fall to the Fish in Game 1 of the 3-game set. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Get clean car happy all season long at Tidal Wave with exclusive membership discounts, giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information.
All eyes were on Spencer Strider, trying to get things right after 3 straight subpar outings, and he was money. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he did not get the win because the Braves offense struggled mightily. 1 run on only 3 hits. That run came in the top of the 9th. Drake Baldwin with a full count, 2-out home run to cut the lead to 1. But it was not enough. Edward Cabrera, phenomenal for the Fish. 7 innings of 1 hit ball, walked 2, and struck out 10 Braves on the night. Braves will look to get things right tonight. Hurston Waldrop on the mound. He's 4-0, has an 0.73 ERA and 24 strikeouts. Veteran Sandy Alcantara for the Fish. He's 7-11, has a 6.04 ERA and 106 strikeouts. Ford leadoff show at 5:25 and first pitch with Ben and Darren from Lone Depot Park. 6:40 Eastern right here on the Braves Radio Network.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
So you see the writing on the wall. You're in a way over your head. You're going to determine the things that you said. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before.
Over on YouTube, shout out to the freaks, Fan Run TV. Go make love to that subscribe button. Give us a like. Throw some comments. It helps us in the old algorithm. Buck writes in, Hendon will be in the CFL. No indictment. They were a flash in the pan. Hooker, Hyatt, and Heupel have all gone backwards. Cody, do you agree or disagree?
Well, I mean, backwards from their best moments, hard not to disagree. I mean, hard not to agree.
Let's try that one more time. No indictment. They were a flash in the pan. Hooker, Hyatt, and Heupel have all gone backwards. Cody, do you agree or disagree?
Hard not to agree when you look at simply their best moments. Their best moments came all together. Hooker, his best moment was beating Alabama. His NFL career doesn't appear to be working out. Hyatt's best moment was beating Alabama. His career doesn't appear to be working out. And Heupel, I mean, 2022, I think, was his best season. Now, you could say making the playoff is a bigger accomplishment, which it is. It is. But that 2022 team would have made a 12-team playoff, too. So that's just based on where that happened on the calendar. I think I agree with that. I don't like the way it sounds. It sounds negative.
Flash of the pan is negative.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I mean, my hope is that Heupel's not a flash in the pan and that
all gone backwards is negative. If you say someone peaked and now they're not in their prime anymore. That sounds negative. It's like all of it sounds bad.
It sounds negative, but with the players, I mean, I'm just looking at it in terms of their best football moments. Now, you could say getting to the NFL and getting paid in the NFL will be better for their long-term worth than that Alabama game was, you know, if they manage their money well and everything. You could say that.
Now, there is a recruiting aspect to this. You talked about if you're going against Tennessee, using this against Tennessee. This is as more and more momentum seems to be heading in the direction of Tristan Keys flipping to Tennessee. There's growing sentiment there that could be coming soon.
Shout out Adidas.
So at least for now, you know, you have a 5-star quarterback and Faison Brandon committed. You got a couple top-end wide receivers. I don't know if you saw the highlights. And look, I know high school highlights could be a little misleading, but did you see the Tyreek Key highlight from this weekend?
I haven't seen it, no.
The Knox Catholic kid?
No, but I heard that it was impressive.
The 4-star wide receiver that's committed to Tennessee that Tennessee was able to hold off Texas for. Look, I know high school stuff can be a little misleading, but he looks like the fastest kid alive. The way he separated and ran away from everybody on a deep ball. I said, oh, boy, that seems like different type of speed right there.
Sometimes high school highlights are misleading. Sometimes they're not.
Tyreek King, more like Tyreek Hill, am I right?
Right. Yeah.
That's how it felt watching him run away.
Jadeveon Clowney's high school highlights weren't misleading.
Minus the allegations.
Kyler Murray's high school highlights weren't misleading.
Great point by you, Bubba. But like you got him, you got a couple of top 10 wide receivers in the mix, and you might have, you know, the number 1 guy, the number 2 guy wanting to come and play with you, and Tristan Keys. So if there is a narrative out there about Josh Heupel and his skill players and the way he develops, at least it hasn't really seemed to start impacting them on the recruiting trail, because Tennessee, as one analyst said, has a top 10 class, and they wouldn't be surprised if they finished in the top 5 with the way things are trending.
Well, that's how you win a championship. Top 5 classes. Top 10 classes won't quite get it done. You got to get them top 5 classes. Stockpile.
I don't know if I'm ready to say Heupel has gone backwards from 22 to 24 or to 25. Now, I don't know if you could say he's taken a huge step forward either, but I don't know if he's gone backwards as much as he's just changed. Like, if you look at Heupel as a coach, do you not feel that he's a more well-rounded coach in 2025 than he was in 22?
Based on where we thought his teams were going to be defensively, yes.
Now, offensively, yeah, I can't really spin that. I can't really say that he has gotten better offensively. Now, I will say that he's learned different ways to skin cats. You know, they always say there's more than one way to skin one, and he's like, hey, here's 12 personnel. Here's what we're going to do. Jumbo package, baby. Hey, here's a little under center action. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do that, and we're going to try to beat you this way. Like, I do think he's shown he can win more than just by scoring 50 points.
Which is good that he's evolved in that way. If you look at his teams in general, though, I don't think we ever thought we were going to have a defense as good as we had last year.
No.
I mean, going back to 2021 and 22, it's like, man, we're even in 22, you had to win in a couple of shootouts.
I would say that the 23 defense was probably better than we ever thought Heupel would have. I mean, the 23 defense won you some games. You won the Texas A&M game with your defense. It was a top 25 unit, if I remember correctly. Like that I thought was like him hitting his absolute ceiling for what his type of offense, his type of style could do. Now, maybe Josh Heupel's listening to this. Shout out to Josh. Maybe he's like, hey, yeah, guys, that's why we had to go a little bit slower. That's why we had to alter things we do offensively a little bit just so that our defense can catch up and be rested and be dominant. You can't be dominant if we're going out there and either scoring or punting within a minute and a half. Like we gotta do things a little bit differently.
I think it's more that you didn't have a quarterback who could run the offense like Hooker did. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to have a quarterback to run a great offense.
Well, I also just think there's ebbs and flows.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there's punches, counter punches, and you got to figure things out. Like I think the best coach in the NFL right now, currently, is probably Sean McVay. Now you could say Andy Reid, career achievement, and I won't argue that. Like Andy Reid's been really good for a really long time, but like if I'm drafting coaches right now in the NFL, I'm drafting Sean McVay number 1. But like Sean McVay, what he did when he busted in with Los Angeles and all of that, 11 personnel, and hey, we're always going to have 3 wide receivers on the field, and we're going to have this running back and Todd Gurley. We're going to run a lot of zone stuff, and hey, here's one tight end that's not really going to do anything, but here's our offense: run left, run right. Here's a little motion. Here's a little here's a little wide receiver reverse. Here's some play action. That's pretty much all he did. And then Bill Belichick exposed him, and he's had to kind of figure out new wrinkles. He's had to do stuff differently.
The best coaches evolve with the game. You got to adapt. You got to adapt. Nick Saban was a good example back in the day before Lane Kiffin came in. There was that Sugar Bowl where they got beat up by Oklahoma, and he knew that his program had fallen off a little bit, and you couldn't just line up and just run the ball and rely on that and have, some of the quarterbacks that they had, Jake Coker at quarterback and Blake Sims. You had to evolve the offense a little bit. So he brought in Lane Kiffin, and they evolved, and they got better. They got more explosive. That's what he had to do.
Peaks and valleys, ebbs and flows. Like very rarely are you able to do the same thing and stay at the top. Not saying Josh Heupel was at the top.
The thing that really helps, no matter what scheme you run, is to have elite talent on the field. That can shadow a lot of those deficiencies schematically.
And you talked about Josh Heupel, peaking in 22, but you also talked about him having a better defense than you ever thought.
Yeah.
I would also say that at this point in time, Josh Heupel is recruiting better than I ever thought he would. Like, I think whenever Josh Heupel came here, a lot of people were like kind of resigned to the fact that top 15, top 20 classes were kind of that area you were going to be in. And that hasn't been the case. You've had some top 10 and maybe this year trending for the top 5.
So maybe it's unfair to say that Josh Heupel has fallen off if he's fallen off offensively, he's made up for it in recruiting and building a better defense.
I think both of those things are fair.
I think so too.
Which is why, I said I think he's more well-rounded than we ever thought. And I think he's gotten better. Now, with that being said,
head coach, that's the thing.
Yes.
Because as a head coach, you can't just be an offensive genius out there drawing up, everything. That's great. It's good if you have a good offensive-minded head coach, but a head coach has got to run everything.
Now, with that being said, it would be nice for the reputation. It would be nice for recruiting. It would be nice for the fans' happiness and probably help win some games if the offense could be a little bit better this year. A little bit better, at least. Let's see what Brett Favre and Orange can do as he slings that rock around. Ryan writes in, show me every coach that consistently perform at their peak. That list is short to non-existent, which, I agree with. Like, there ain't a lot of guys that don't have slight ups and downs, that has to tinker things.
Yeah, there's very few you could look. Even Nick Saban had a couple of tough years, Now, it depends on what your floor is.
Bubba, do you concur?
I beg your pardon?
Do you concur? Yes or no?
No.
No? You disagree? Okay. He thinks Josh Heupel sucks. Got it. Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
FanRunRadio.com.
Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Dental health is so important. It's one of those things that if you don't stay on top of it, it can really come back to haunt you, both financially and, of course, in terms of your physical health. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist or you've got a dental issue that needs attention, do what I do. Go to Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule your appointment online right now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just give them a call at 865-539-1776 and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Catholic High School defensive back Chaz Smith. Smith led the way defensively with 4 tackles and 2 interceptions, including the game clincher in Catholic's 20-6 win over Murfreesboro Riversdale on the road last week as the Irish begin the season 1-0. Catholic High School's Chaz Smith, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated, they can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Does technology make us more alone?
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Yes, it does. Those lonely nights alternating between Bumble and Tinder, and you just keep swiping. You know the feeling? You guys know what I'm talking about. You just keep swiping, right? You do it on Tinder for about 20 minutes. Occasionally, okay, there's a fat girl, I don't know. And you just can't hit.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And it does make you contemplate life as you sit there and you say, well, this is depressing. I'll go check Twitter. And it's just all hatred on there. Go to Facebook. Well, my grandma had liposuction. That's nice. Yeah, check out this. You go to Instagram, you see all the babes there. Think, man, wouldn't I love to live that life? You think about what it would be like if one of those Instagram models just accidentally swiped right on you for once. Go to Snapchat. Oh, got a new one. New notification. That's from Team Snapchat. Damn it. And happy Easter to you, too.
On 1340 WKGN.
So, yeah, if you ask me if technology makes people lonely these days, sometimes the only interaction you get is Uber or Uber Eats. At least you get some human interaction that way.
Just take the point.
I don't want it. Just Cody wins.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. I want to take this time to urge you to go join our Fan Run Confidence Pick'em, sponsored by SM Athletics. $500 cash prize to the winner. Just look up ESPN College Pick'em. Search for the group Fan Run 2025. The password is Fan Run. Sign up, play with us. Be confident. Make your picks. Make sure they get locked in. I'm going to go ahead and lock mine in now just so I don't forget while Cody gives you some Hour 2 headlines. Go ahead, Big Mac McClure.
Thanks, John. A lot of NFL news today.
Okay. NFL.
Did you draft Joe Mixon on your fantasy football team?
No, because I'm not an idiot.
Well, if you did, you should know he's going to miss at least the first 4 games. The Texans running back Joe Mixon will not be activated from the non-football injury list by Tuesday's deadline, making him ineligible to play at least the first 4 games.
On a scale of 1 to 100, Cody, how crazy would I be if I said the Titans are going to win the division?
Crazy.
Well, that's not a scale of 1 to 100. How?
That's
I'm not saying the Titans are going to the division, but I'm just noticing. I'm just watching things, monitoring the situation. Texans offensive line completely new, looks to be very, very bad. Now you got Joe Mixon out. I'm just wondering, all of a sudden CJ Stroud struggles a little bit. They got a first place schedule. Titans come out, they pull a couple upsets with the last place schedule. Just wondering how crazy it would be.
I just, what playmakers do you have offensively that give you
Calvin Ridley? Ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him. I mean, he's a decent receiver. He's okay.
Where do you rank Calvin Ridley?
Offensive line.
No. See, that's that's the old Titans. Offensive line should be good this year.
Okay.
Many people view the Titans offensive line as a.
Didn't you have 2 guys that randomly retired?
Well, the Titans offensive line has looked like as a strength this year. You went out. You spent money. You got the Steelers left tackle and Dan Moore, which means you could move J.C. Latham to right tackle. You've invested 2 top 12 picks on the right side of your offensive line. You made a big free agent acquisition 2 years ago with Cushenberry from Denver. People say the offensive line should actually be pretty good this year.
The Titans have made so many bad moves.
They have.
100%. Derrick Henry should be a Titan, and he's up there balling out in Baltimore. I hate that the Titans don't have him. I don't know. I don't think maybe Cam Ward is the future. If I was a Titans fan, the thing that I'd be excited for this year is just to see him play, just to see if he's got it. Because even if the team around him's not that great, he'll show you what he's got. That would be the hope. But to win the division, I feel like it's a bit far-fetched, but that's just me.
And again, I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I was just asking you how crazy you thought it would be if I said they were.
I think you'll win a couple division games. I think you split with the Jags, split with the Colts.
Okay.
The Texans, when do the Titans play the Texans? Do they play in those first 4, or is it later on down the schedule?
That's a good question, actually. I know we start with Denver, then we got the Rams. Then we got the Colts. The Texans, yeah, fourth game, but at the Texans as the fourth
I
game.
mean, to your point, it's not a very good division. Like the Colts ain't got a quarterback.
Yeah.
So you would hope maybe Cam Ward will have you something.
Daniel Jones looks fine to me.
I mean, yeah, Daniel Jones is like the fourth. I mean, I don't know. I think Cam Ward's already better than Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't like Trevor Lawrence, so I'm not going to dispute you there. But I think Houston should still. I mean,
Houston's still the favorite. Houston's still the favorite for sure. And again, I'm not being the homer saying the Titans are going to win the division. I'm just asking you, a non-Titans fan, how crazy you thought that statement was.
I think it's a little crazy, but
I do have an inclination that we are going to compete for a playoff spot, though.
Okay. Wild card.
Yeah. I mean, 7 teams make it. I mean, I'm not saying even get it. I'm just saying
I don't like that either.
I think the Titans got a chance.
You'd have to be 9-8.
Yeah, I think the Titans got a chance to be at least 7-8 heading into the final 2 games to still be in the hunt graphic come week 16.
What are the odds on the Titans making the playoffs? What is that as a wager?
What would you need for it to be for you to
like plus 600?
You need plus 600 to consider it?
Well, I'm looking at the AFC West for one thing. The Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos are all playoff caliber teams. So I mean, I think there's a chance you get 2 wild cards there.
Sure.
The Bills, probably the only playoff team out of the AFC East. The AFC North, I love me some Cincinnati. Baltimore's going to be there. Pittsburgh's always there. I mean, there's not room for the way I see. I mean, you get 3 wild cards. The way I see it, there's no room for an AFC South wild card.
Okay.
Well, that's just me.
Many people would have said the same thing last year about the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they would have. It turns out they had their quarterback of the future.
Well,
and maybe
I don't know if you've seen Cam Ward or not, but he maybe could be the quarterback of the future too.
That's the optimism. I feel like it's going to be hard to have a season like Jaden Daniels did, though. I mean, that guy was phenomenal last year.
Plus 390.
I wouldn't want it, but
plus 390. The third worst odds in the AFC, only ahead of the Browns and the Jets.
Yeah. I could see you taking a step past the Dolphins or
I like
Patriots.
the Titans at plus 390 just as a flyer for fandom, but the Raiders at plus 320, I like that as well. I like the value there.
The what?
The Raiders at plus 320.
That division?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos?
Yeah, I know who's in the division. I know who's in the AFC West. You don't have to.
Are those 3 not all 3 really good teams?
I'm not completely sold that the Chargers are a playoff team.
Jim Harbaugh, baby.
Yeah, they lost their best player. They lost their left tackle. I mean, I know they got Joe Alt to put there, but that's going to weaken their offensive line a bit. They got Ladd McConkey and who's the other receiver out there?
I'm going to run the ball. It's Jim Harbaugh. I would be shocked if the Raiders are not last in that division. But maybe that's just recency bias. Maybe it's because they're always last. I'm just expecting them to be losers.
Okay.
Who are they starting at quarterback?
Geno Smith. An actual professional quarterback. They didn't have one last year.
Hayden O'Connell, he got hurt, didn't he?
I mean, he was terrible anyways, but yeah, they got an actual quarterback.
Wouldn't want him on the field.
Big Dante Thornton.
Well, we got a lot of NFL news to get.
Yeah, I get either.
If either the Raiders or the Titans make the playoffs, you win the bet.
Yeah, I get either.
I'm going nah on both.
This guy's backing Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm backing the Steelers as an organization.
Crazy. Aaron Rodgers.
Organization.
Quarterbacks over the age of 40 years old, only one has even played, I think, more than 8 games. much less taking their team to the playoffs. Just played 8 games.
I mean, I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but history
But
tells
yeah, the
me.
Steelers, for sure, man. I'd much rather buy them than
I'd rather buy Mike Tomlin in that organization than whatever the Titans have been running the last several years. And if you want to cherry pick that one, it doesn't have to be the Steelers. I got the Bengals. I got the Chargers, the Broncos.
What could go wrong with
I got
the Bengals?
the Jags.
75% of their salary cap tied up into 4 players. What could go wrong there?
Again, Bengals, Broncos,
Okay. I
Chargers,
feel good.
Jags.
Yeah. Jags.
Jags, Dolphins,
Jags. Dolphins. yeah.
Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The more you talk about it, the more confident I get.
Okay. Enjoy your last place finish. The veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper is reunited with the Raiders. That'll put him over the top. Adam Schefter reported Monday they are signing the free agent to a 1-year deal. He returns to the organization that drafted him with the 4th pick back in 2015 when the team was still based in Oakland. Dak Prescott not losing sleep over the Micah Parsons situation. Says he's hoping he'll be ready to play. I've got confidence. I told y'all way back when, and I'm just going off experience. No different than mine. I've got confidence in that, just hoping, which I know he is, he'll be ready to play. There's been a case of something similar to this the last 3 years. People can take it however they want. I think it's kind of part of the way guys think and see things around here.
Which, I mean, Micah Parsons, he's probably sitting around looking. TJ Hawkinson got paid. Not TJ Hawkinson. What the hell am I talking about? Hendrickson.
He did.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he got a big pay bump.
TJ Hawkinson. I saw him go in my fantasy draft the other night, and he's on my mind, I guess. Hendrickson gets paid. McLaurin gets paid from the Commanders, and Micah Parsons still sitting around just waiting. Guys, can we do this? Now, I will say it doesn't seem like McLaurin or Hendrickson really got their demands met. Henderson didn't get a long-term deal. He basically just got a raise for 1 year. They gave him an extra, I believe, $14 million this year.
He got his salary doubled.
Yeah, no,
basically.
But it wasn't a long-term deal, though. It's just
Right.
it's just a 1 year thing. It's essentially a franchise tag to keep him happy. And McLaurin, I think, was asking for $40 million and ended up in the $33 million range, which still a raise, but just not what they were demanding. But both teams, I guess, determined, hey, better to keep them around and figure it out next offseason versus trying to do it now under the gun here with only 12 or 13 days away from our season.
McLaurin 3 years worth up to $96 million. So that's plus a $30 million signing bonus in the deal. So Terry McLaurin getting paid pretty handsomely. Maybe not every penny that he wanted, but
no, he took they met somewhere in the middle. I mean, that's what negotiations are supposed to be. So he just didn't have too much leverage being on the wrong side of 30, but also like the Commanders need him to be their number 1 receiver because they're trying to, continue to have a good core around Jaden Daniels and to continue to try to be a playoff team.
Well, to tie this back to Micah Parsons and the Cowboys, I tell you who did have leverage back in 1993. That was Emmitt Smith when the Cowboys started out 0-2.
That's right. And then they said, hey, fine, pay Emmitt. Then they went on and ran the damn table.
You know how much money Emmitt got on his deal when they finally signed him, when Jerry finally signed him? Jerry's been doing this for a long time.
That's a good question. What would it be, $3 million?
4 years, $13 million.
So yeah, $3 million basically.
He wanted $17 million. Jerry only wanted to pay him like 9.5, and they met pretty much in the middle. But it was a long negotiation. And one other NFL note for you: the big fat defensive tackle Desmond Watson has been waived by the Buccaneers.
Your boy.
They have decided the 450-pound defensive lineman is probably not going to get in shape anytime soon. They waived him in advance of Tuesday's roster cut deadline, according to ESPN. Too fat to practice, too fat to play.
Too fat to be employed, I guess.
That video of him off to the side, just pushing over that tackling dummy, made me laugh hysterically. While everybody else is practicing, the camera just pans over to him, and he's just over there by himself. Fat boy all alone with a tackling dummy, just pushing it up and down.
Did you feel connected to him?
Kinda, yeah.
Were you rooting for him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know he's a former Florida Gator, but I root for a big fat guy. But he's been waived. We'll see if anybody picks him up.
No one's going to wave back.
No. Probably not. Too fat.
Any other headlines?
That'll do for now.
Shame on you for not shouting out the GOAT. Her second jersey retirement of the year. Candace Parker, number 3, hanging up in the rafters in Chicago now. Shame on you. A VFL legend. The second biggest VFL of my lifetime. She trails only Peyton Manning. Show her some damn respect.
I don't know about that.
I do. I know about it. I know more than you. So
I think that's wrong.
Who you putting over?
Chris Lofton.
Wrong.
Eric Berry.
Wrong.
I mean, there's a few names out there. That
Chris Lofton, Eric Berry. I see them always coming back and representing Tennessee. You're right.
I mean,
Cat got your tongue?
No, I'm just thinking through who else you could put up there. There's a handful.
You already ran out. Your first two were big whiffs.
You know, I've decided something about you. I don't think you really love women's basketball.
I do.
I think
I
you
love
just love having something to gamble on in the summer.
Well, that's part of it. That's what got me.
I think you got burned by baseball too many times.
That's what got me into it. I've acknowledged that. This isn't some big revelation, but no, I enjoy it. I like it.
I don't think you do.
I do.
Would you watch it if you didn't gamble on it?
I wouldn't watch any sports if I didn't have any gambling in it.
You wouldn't
Or
watch
at least
the
some
NFL?
type of financial stakes? No, probably not. I wouldn't watch sports at
Do
all.
you even like sports?
Not really. I've always told you that. I like being impacted by sports. No big revelation here. I've been very honest about this ever since we've known each other. You've always called me a sports freak. I'm like, not really. I could quit tomorrow.
You don't think you'd watch sports? You'd still watch sports. You like sports, don't you?
A lot less. But shout out to Candace Parker. Up in the rafters, her second time this year. The Sparks retired her jersey earlier in the year. Hometown, the Chicago Sky, another place where she won a championship. They put her up last night. Pretty good game last night as I was watching between the Sky and the Aces. Asia Wilson didn't get me the rebounds I needed, though. She did save me on a live bet, though. She got one with about 3 seconds left to avoid disaster. Whew, shout out to her.
Well, that's good that it worked out.
Good batch of headlines. We'll talk some more football after the break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Hi, I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at bonowshouses.com.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik, and together we are the Cover Boys, and we cover college football like no one else.
Each week, we preview all the big games in college football, and we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's
action in person and you need a place to come hang out with us at Barley's for a fan run watch party. It'll be a fan run, fantastic time. Come by, say what's up, punch Cody in the face, wrestle Bubba to the ground, and win a free beer or White Claw or Surfside. Courtesy of me. I'll buy you one if you wrestle Bubba to the ground. Smack Cody in the face. It'll be good.
You smack me in the face, you're going to need a couple of beers.
Come to Barley's. Watch Tennessee Syracuse with us. A fan run, fantastic watch party. Cody, as we sit here on Tuesday, what is on your mind when I say Tennessee football?
Well, it's a good time to ask that because I am looking at single game tickets right now for multiple games. I was on the UT Sports website, and they still got some single game tickets available through Ticketmaster there. Yeah. I don't like the Ticketmaster. Right now I'm looking at the Arkansas game.
Don't go to SeatGeek. Whatever you do, don't go to SeatGeek. They're canceled.
Arkansas game, get-in price right now, $194. Yeah. I don't even know why I look at these. I do this all football season, and then I wait around, and then I just get them the day of. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, yesterday was a tough break for me in the ticket department. I've been banking on 2 Georgia tickets that I thought I had that I found out I don't have.
Oh, yeah?
So that was tough. That was a tough day yesterday.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'll figure it out. I always do, buddy. I always do. Bubba, what's on your mind when I say Tennessee football right here on this crispy Tuesday morning?
Deshaun Bishop.
Deshaun Bishop. I gotta be honest, man. I've seen a couple pictures of him, and I've realized I do not know what Deshaun Bishop looks like. Like there was the picture that went viral, like it was either the scrimmage or a practice where he looked really, really strong, running the ball. But like in his face mask, I saw one guy's okay. I feel like I know what Deshaun Bishop looks like. But then I saw him yesterday doing like a press conference and saw those pretty eyes of his, and I realized I had no clue what Deshaun Bishop looked like.
His eyes are pretty eye-catching.
Yeah, I had no idea what he looked like. Deshaun Bishop could have walked in here 10 times, and I would have never known who it was.
He's also stout, man.
They always talk about, running backs or really just football players being, faceless and nameless because of the helmets they wear, interchangeable. I guess it's true. I had no clue what that guy looked like, and he was a pretty good contributor last year on a playoff team, and he might be the starting damn running back this year. I say might be because Josh Heupel decided, Cody, he wasn't releasing a depth chart until Saturday, so we could all see it Saturday. Do you have any thoughts on that move?
It doesn't matter to me.
Didn't
really.
care?
You expect any surprises on the depth chart?
What would surprise you when you ask that? Like, what would constitute a surprise? Like, I think Joey Aguilar's the starter. I think that much is clear.
Well,
I think everyone's pretty much settled on 5 on the offensive line. Hurd, Perry, Pendleton, Moy, and David Sanders.
So no Satterwhite?
I don't know if he'll play or not, but I don't think he'll be starting.
I don't know that much about the Perry.
Just maybe a home run hit. Maybe a home run hit.
What, do you know his first name?
The recruiting process, he was a afterthought. In-state kid, afterthought. I want to say when I checked his recruiting profile, it was in the 600s. But, he's gotten here, and they love what he brings. He came from a place where they didn't really pass the ball, just a road grader. Just out there, open
like
up
that.
in the run lane.
I like how
run
that
lanes.
sounds.
There were
Just
questions during camp about whether or not he could pass block at a high enough level, but it appears that he is going to be able to do that. So
he's like the new Dane Davis, except we hope that he's better than Dane
well,
Davis.
I'll say he's better than Dane Davis because he's on scholarship. Mm-hmm. Dane Davis was a walk-on.
Big
So,
Jesse Perry.
This was a guy that was at least brought here to play, or at least be a depth piece, be a thought. Like, so no, he's better than Dane Davis.
Redshirt freshman, 6'6", 320 out of Murfreesboro. Went to Middle Tennessee Christian.
Yeah, in-state kid. Like I said, like he's been getting rave reviews. He's been getting rave reviews. People like him. People say he does everything right.
He did play in 4 games last year.
Does it say which 4?
Played 20 snaps at right tackle against UTEP and Kent State.
Yeah.
Made his collegiate debut with 32 snaps against Chattanooga.
Okay.
Also appeared in the Vanderbilt game.
Okay, so really the 3 blowout ball wins, and then, at the end of the season, we beat the hell out of Vandy. So.
Yeah, but that's a little experience.
Sure, it is. But enough to keep your red shirt and, at right tackle, that's not what they're going to ask him to do here. They're just going to say, hey, can you come in here and can you play left guard?
Yeah. Played some time on defense when he was in high school.
So I know people are really excited about him. Or think people on campus. I don't know if Tennessee fans are running around and excited about Jesse Perry, but I know the coaches are. And they feel like they found a diamond in the rough. And they feel like they found a guy that could come here and start for a couple of years and be a big factor.
The son of Dana and Donnie Perry. He's majoring in sport management, and his favorite movie is Elf. His favorite musical artist is 21 Savage.
Okay.
We'll see if he, too, is a savage.
So, yeah, like the offensive line feels like it is set. At least the starters. Like I said, I don't know if anybody will rotate in or at some point imagine, that happens. But
running back, you could tell me any of those guys.
The only one that would surprise me, I think, is Starr. Just because he's just – I'd be surprised if he got the nod game 1. Now, would I be surprised if he's starting the Georgia game? No. But I'd be surprised if he got the starting reps over 2 guys that had been here.
Just because he's new?
Yeah, just because he's new. And both guys, I mean, Deshaun Bishop especially, played a lot last year and was pretty good. So, like, I think even then you throw the wrinkle in that he's an in-state local kid. Like, I'd be surprised if he got passed on the depth chart before game 1. But I think all 3 of those guys will play. So, like, nothing really on that depth chart will surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if it said or 2 ors for 3 bodies. Like, and they just kind of list them all as co-starters. But I'd be surprised if Star Thomas is the first one on the field.
I think hopefully we'll have a nice little rotation there at the running back position. Tight end, Kitzelman. I guess the big question would be the receivers. If you were going to be surprised somewhere, it would probably be at wide receiver. Matthews, Brazel, Staley, but then you got some other guys, the young guys. I'm guessing those will be the 3 listed as starters.
I would think so.
Is there any room for surprise there?
I don't think so. Not again at the beginning. And I definitely don't think anybody's going to be listed on the depth chart differently.
I don't either. I really don't need to see the depth chart because I think we pretty much know what it is.
Like, defensively, the only thing that I would deem as a surprise is if they told me that Boo Carter was starting, just because I'd be surprised if they were really willing to like throw him out there from the get-go. I would imagine that game 1 will be treated somewhat as a punishment. He'll get to play.
I would be surprised to see Jermod McCoy starting.
Yeah, and then the second thing I was going to say is if you told me McCoy was back and ready to go, like, that would surprise me.
Yeah. Man, that secondary's got a lot of potential if we can get McCoy back and healthy. Might be the best secondary we've had in a long, long time.
I mean, on paper, it's as excited for a secondary as I've been in a long, long time. Like you have a like if let's just assume Jermod McCoy is back for Georgia and healthy. Now maybe that's a tough assumption. But like if you get him back on the field and he's 90% of what he was, then you should have one of the best secondaries in the SEC. Like you have one of the best tandems between him and Ricky Gibson. We'll see if you get anything out of Hood. People are high on him. We'll see if Carter can get back on the field. You know, he's shown he could play. But like that foursome there, that's a pretty good list of cover guys. You know, of course, Boo kind of plays that star role and kind of bounces around and is a hybrid, but like he could go out there and cover if need be.
Turrentine, strong safety. He's been in the program for a long time. Then Caleb Beasley. You will be missing a little bit in the secondary. You know, you had the transfer surprise over the offseason. But tell you what's really exciting.
What's really exciting?
Linebacker.
Yeah?
I think you got a chance to have your best group of linebackers since, how far back would I go? A.J. Johnson, Kurt Magette, Jalen Reeves-Maben.
With those wouldn't have.
Do those not line up? A little bit. They line up a little bit. Reeves-Maben was younger.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Reeves-Maben was like just a freshman maybe, like on kickoff team at that point. Like I think of Reeves-Maben. I think of Reeves-Maben, I guess, in like the 16 seasons, really, when I really think of him.
That's when he was more of a standout, yeah. He was playing, though, when he was younger.
Okay.
Well, I grouped those guys, you know, same era, I guess.
Sure.
But between Arian Carter, getting him back healthy, I mean, people are high on T-Lander. They say Joshua Josephs is maybe going to be better than James Pierce. He's kind of an edge rusher, you know, outside linebacker, D-end hybrid guy.
I'd be pretty surprised if he was better than James Pierce. Are people really saying that? Like
people are saying it.
Who's saying that?
I've heard it said.
Callers to the drive? Like
yeah, stats-wise.
Okay.
Stats-wise. You know, Pierce.
Stats-wise from last year or stats-wise from 2 years
Pierce
ago?
had kind of a down year last
year. Right. Are we saying he's better than James Pierce was in 2023 or James Pierce in 2024?
I think 24 Pierce is what we're going for here.
Okay.
Arian Carter, though, he's an animal. I mean, he's the key to the defense there, if you ask me. Spillman, Herring. And then, you know, defensive line, you just kind of trust Rodney Garner. What's the deal on Hobbs? How long are we looking at with Hobbs being out?
I think Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas, maybe Mississippi State was the
missed time of the foot injury.
Was kind of the early timetable there.
Multiple weeks.
Now you do have, you know, some talented 5-star, high 4-star freshman defensive tackles that, you know, maybe you run them out there and hope that you got something out of them.
Well, you know, Bryson Eason is a stud. You rely on him at nose tackle. Jackson Moy, I don't know about him. Pretty exciting, though.
Yeah, the more we talk about it, the more I get fired up.
Kicker, Max Gilbert. Punter, Ross Jackson Ross.
And for the 50th time this year, I'll say what I always say.
Go Vols.
It's just going to come back to whether or not your quarterback can play. It's going to come down to like whether or not your wide receivers can get open and catch the ball. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because it sounds good on paper. Like, hey, the offensive line's going to be better. Hey, the running backs are going to be deep. Hey, the defense. Wow, look at these linebackers. You know, the secondary. Wow. But, like, if the quarterback can't complete passes, it might be all for naught. It might be all for naught.
It's going to be fun to see. I mean, that's the exciting part.
Bubba, anything to add?
Big bad Deshaun Bishop.
Big bad Deshaun Bishop.
And Peyton Lewis. And start Adames.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kitzelman.
And Kitzelman. He's not really. I guess he did get a carry against Georgia last year. All right. Well, send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
Citizens National Bank. You want a bank that lets you bank when and where you want to. Your local branch, the grocery store, your computer, your phone, it's up to you. You want people who care about taking care of you and your money too. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Looking for your go-to spot to unwind, enjoy great food, and sip something new? Then head over to the Casual Pint North Shore, where the craft beer is always rotating, the food hits the spot, and the vibe is just right. Join Fan Run Radio for our first Football Friday broadcast of the year, live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint North Shore. Plus, check out brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 with awesome bites and the perfect pour to start your weekend. Not into beer? They've got wine and craft cocktails too, including favorites like the Old Fashioned and Espresso Martini. And don't miss the Ales for All's Passport Challenge. Visit 6 of 9 participating locations and earn a limited edition t-shirt while supporting the Alzheimer's Association. The challenge ends August 31st, so act quickly and support a good cause. Get all the details at northshore.thecasualpint.com and make your next hangout the Casual Pint North Shore.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit men'sproKnoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
And if the beat live, we're hugger.
Cody McClure at 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Yep, I'd say so. Boy, Mabel's fired up for football season.
The office mascot fired up.
She just bit the FedEx guy.
Yeah, FedEx guy I noticed got scared.
No, she didn't bite him.
He dropped the package and ran out and said, "You guys just forge my signature. It'll be fine."
She didn't bite him, but she was fired up.
I'll forge your signature to sign the package. I got to go. I got to get out of here.
She said, "Go and get out of here. Get out of here. We prefer UPS."
Shout out to Ma Dukes.
Where them girls at? Where them girls at? What great lyric writing.
When you look forward to Saturday and non-vol stuff, what are you most into?
Oh, I'm fired up for the whole day, brother.
Looking for girls on Saturday at the watch party. A little Texas, Ohio State, which kind of a soft move, I feel like, from Ryan Day. I don't know. Did you see where they banned Dave Portnoy?
I did see that.
From
I
coming
had that
in the
in
stadium.
my headlines for next hour, yeah.
I feel I get the sentiment, but at the same time, I feel like if we were going to take the face of one of our biggest rivals, or one of the biggest faces for our biggest rival, which Dave Portnoy is from Michigan, of course, Ohio State and Michigan, the biggest rivals, I think I would want him in the stadium to watch us celebrate our national championship. Personally, but
I think I like it from Ryan Day. We don't need this loudmouth in here. We don't need this blowhard in here, poo-pooing our campus. Stay up there in Michigan where you belong.
Yeah.
That would be the attitude that I would want my coach to have.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like it if Heupel banned Nick Saban from Neyland? Yeah, we don't want you in here.
After we had just won a national championship, no, I think I'd kind of want Nick Saban to be there to watch us celebrate a national championship.
That's not a good analogy because I think Nick Saban comes off as likable.
Yeah, Nick Saban's a respected figure in football. I don't know if I can say he's a respected member of the media, but I feel like he has that too at this point.
Not a good analogy because he is people like Nick Saban. Dave Portnoy, though, very controversial, very polarizing. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't. If there was somebody like that, let's say Pat McAfee. Let's say Pat McAfee is a huge Alabama fan, just for the sake of the exercise.
Then yeah, I mean,
he's in here yapping about.
I'd want him there to
roll tide, roll tide, roll tide.
I'd want him there yapping about our national championship.
Yeah, I think I like the move from Ryan Day,
okay.
And I don't like Ohio State, but I think it's a funny thing to do.
All right. Well, what are you looking forward to most this weekend?
Probably LSU Clemson. I mean, off the top of my head, I think that's a game that will determine whether LSU's in the playoff. I was looking at LSU's schedule yesterday as I was trying to do a podcast with SEC Mike. That never really happened because of my poor connection. I got to figure out something with my internet connection. But I was looking over LSU's schedule, and I've decided that that's a 10-2 schedule if they beat Clemson. It gives them room, some wiggle room.
So you're calling it a win and end situation?
I think so. I think that's how it's going to play out this year for LSU. They're my kind of sleeper team. I kind of like in the SEC besides Tennessee that I'm somewhat high on. I think that they have a schedule that works out for them to make the playoff, but I think Clemson, it could be the difference in 10-2 or 9-3, the Clemson game. And I think Clemson, they're everybody's national championship darling, or maybe not national championship, but
national championship participant.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't seen too many people pick them to win the title, but I've seen a lot of people pick them to get to the title game.
They think it's Dabo's resurgence. They think he's back. They think Cade Klubnik may be the best quarterback in the country. It's a good game on paper. Battle of Death Valleys.
Are you rooting for LSU?
I don't want to say I'm rooting for another SEC team because actually I got to say no, because if Tristan Keys watches that, he might be fired up to go there. It might send him over the edge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I like that.
So I guess I got to root for Clemson.
Wow. You've always fancied yourself as LSU being your second team in the SEC behind Alabama and right ahead of Tennessee.
I got to root for I got to pull for the Tigers in this
one. I like
one.
Corn Dogs. They gave me Crown Royal that one time. They bought my allegiance.
I got to pull for the Tigers. I'm going with the Tigers. Death Valley.
Yeah. Bubba, do you have a rooting interest in Clemson versus LSU?
No.
Do you even like football?
That depends on the day, honestly.
It sounds like you couldn't care less about this game.
I'm more fired up for Idaho, Washington State.
No, you're not.
Absolutely, I
No,
am.
you're not.
Bubba's a hipster.
You don't
dude.
have to be a hipster in
Bubba's a
football.
hipster.
Idaho
every
coming
sense of
in
the word.
first game.
He watches
top 12 in
inferior
FCS.
wrestling. He watches inferior football.
I don't get being a football hipster.
He listens to indie music. Like, he's just a hipster through and through. Look at the hoodie he's wearing. His hoodie says, "Everybody knows I love lesbians." That's not what somebody that loves football wears.
If you're a hipster with music, I get it. Movies, I get it. But football, I mean, come on. LSU, Clemson. Nobody wants to watch Idaho State, Idaho. I think Florida State, Alabama too is another one I'm low key interested in.
Thomas Castellanos.
I think before we move gears, Clemson and LSU is fascinating to me only because of the loser. Like, you looked at it from a winner standpoint. I guess maybe you're a little bit more positive than me. You're like, oh, if LSU wins, they're a playoff team. I look at what happens to whoever loses that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if LSU and Brian Kelly lose, and it's their 6th straight loss to open the season, especially after Brian Kelly's came out and be like, hey, we've been talking all offseason about how it's all about Clemson. Everything's about Clemson. It's leading up to this. Clemson. And you also consider LSU as largely built through the transfer portal. What happens if that team doesn't mesh right in game one? What happens if they lose that game? Because I do think Brian Kelly, I don't know if I can call him on a hot seat coach just yet, but he's on thin ice. Different temperature.
I mean, he hasn't exceeded what Ed Orgeron done there.
I don't know if he's on the hot seat per se, but he's definitely on thin ice. And once you're on thin ice, the hot seat's coming. Like, if they lose that Clemson game, that thin ice bursts, and now he falls down to a seat that's on fire, and he will be right there in the crosshairs.
You think his seat is on fire if they lose to Clemson?
Yeah.
10-4, 10-3, 9-4. He's 29-11 at LSU.
Yeah, but they're paying him like top 5 money, aren't they? Didn't they? They broke the bank to go get him.
And they have a high standard. They're used to winning national titles like Ed Orgeron did.
They broke the bank for him.
Citrus Bowl
and Les Miles.
Citrus Bowl win, ReliaQuest Bowl win, Texas Bowl win. So regular season, then they won 9-9-8. I would say LSU's standard is higher than that. It's year 4 for Brian Kelly.
If you lose to Clemson, you're not eliminated, of course. We know that with the 12-team playoff. You're not eliminated. But the pressure would be on. Then all of a sudden that September 13th home game against Florida feels like a must-win. So that's what I'm interested in, is like what happens when you come out of this game and you look at the team that's 0-1. Because if Dabo comes out and loses and blows all that offseason hype and all that offseason goodwill in one game, that would be interesting as well, because he's not somebody who seems like he really handles adversity well. Shout out to Tyler.
29-11, Brian Kelly.
That's not good enough.
No,
it's not good enough. So
Coach O was 40-9 his first 4 years.
If they lose that game, how do people handle it? And also, like, I'm going to bring this up probably 1,000 times between now and December, but LSU would probably be one of those schools too that I would circle, that the fan base and the boosters will probably see a slow start and all of a sudden start getting thoughts and ideas and aspirations to go try to hire Nick Saban. And I think that's going to complicate every coach's situation this year.
I wonder if it'll really be that big of a deal.
Nick Saban?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, just because he's out there and he's somebody that in the early signing day period, an elite program could hire without having to wait for him to finish his season somewhere else. If you wanted to hire Nick Saban, he could put a staff together and get to work in November.
and keep your recruiting class together.
Yeah, you could bring him in mid-season if you wanted to.
You could have him ready to go recruiting right from the get-go, whereas if you're trying to hire somebody from a different SEC school, you can't do that. So I think that means that he'll just – you saw it with the groomers, with Gruden. Like, you saw that. Coach wasn't coaching. He's the main focus. I think especially for a place like LSU, of course, where he's already coached and won a national championship, you'd have people start.
He would never go to Auburn. LSU, I mean, he did coach there.
LSU, Florida, or Texas Tech. I think all three of those schools are interesting. And then, of course, Alabama, if DeBoer stinks. LSU, Florida. I just think Texas Tech would be funny with the money cannons they have. With the billionaire, because those they're trying to have the shortcuts. They're trying to buy themselves to relevancy. What's a better way to buy yourself to relevancy than by spending $30 million a year to hire Nick Saban for 3 years?
Doesn't it feel like Nick Saban is too serious of a person to go coach at Texas Tech, though?
It does, but at the same time, I like the idea of Nick Saban getting like I said, just a $30 million contract to really throw everything
for
out.
How long?
Just like 3 years, 4 years. Like, hey,
I think it'd need to be more.
We'll give you 3. No, I'm saying 3 years, $90 million.
Oh,
$30 million a year.
Just FU money.
Well, that's what they got. They're trying to buy themselves to relevancy. Is it better to buy yourself a couple of transfer wide receivers or buy yourself the greatest coach of all time?
Well, I agree with that. If that billionaire was willing to spend $100 million, I mean, money talks. How much money would it have to be for a guy like Nick Saban, who's he's happy, he seems to be, he's good with money and everything. He's got a great job doing what he's doing.
Right.
Seems to be enjoying retirement. Right. But if you just say $100 million, if you just go to Nick Saban and say, I want you, here's everything I got.
And I'm also going to make sure you have the best roster. I'm going to make sure that you have as much money as you need in the transfer portal because I love Texas Tech football and I want a national championship. That, to me, would be fascinating.
If you could do something like that, and it keeps him out of the SEC, so it preserves his Alabama legacy.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a little weird if he went back to LSU and then he was beating up on Alabama every year.
Well, plus it'd be him getting to say, bleep you, I was right again, because he warned everybody 10 years ago about the fast-paced offenses in the no huddle. He said, hey, we got to slow down. We can't be doing this. This is bad for safety. It's bad for the game. And everyone's like, no, shut up, old man. You're just jealous. And then what'd he do? He went fast. He did the spread offense and did it better than everybody. He did it with 5 stars and kicked everybody's ass. A couple years ago, he's yelling at everybody, hey, this NIL stuff, this pay for play, it's not good. You're just going to turn into buying players. This is bad for the sport. Everyone's like, shut up, old man. Now you go to Texas Tech with an empty checkbook and can just buy the rosters.
All right, I got mine.
Yeah.
Got my roster ready.
Yeah. And also he's spending $60 million and got the best roster. Like, I think that'd be kind of interesting. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court-martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia, John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Head over to YouTube. Check in on the freaks. A couple comments. Let's go over to the zoo. App is down, I think. Writes in Posty. Yeah. We were trying to fix the audio. See, we got other complaints that our audio wasn't loud enough. So then we start tinkering with that, trying to fix that. Next thing you know, the app might have went down. Is it back up, Bubba? Do we know if it's back up? If it's not, we're on YouTube.
I can check the app.
We're on
right now.
radio.
I have the app.
Well, we're on radio. We're on YouTube. There's other ways to hear us. I understand you might like the app, and I do appreciate it. Download the free Fan Run app. Take us on the go wherever you may go, but it's hard to have 10 different things working at the same time. At some point, something's going to go down. Something's going to be messed up. But we were trying to fix the
app's running.
App's running good? All right, good.
Is that weird to hear?
Does it sound
your own
loud
voice?
to you? It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it's fine. My phone
volume sound weird?
No, my phone's not very loud. I got a speaker messed up.
Reese writes in, Bubba might be the worst of all time at uploading the podcast. That's not nice, Reese, because this time it's not Bubba's fault. Again, we were over
Freaking
there.
weak contender right there.
We were trying to fix other stuff, so the podcast did go by the wayside a little bit, but the podcast will be up. It just won't be during the show. It'll be after the show, but all 3 hours will be uploaded. I appreciate the people that like the podcast. Do I prefer they listen live?
Podcast, probably the most important thing you think that we do?
No.
Like if you were to rank podcast app, YouTube, and
no, radio's more
live.
Important. Radio's more important.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but for people,
live's more important. We got more listeners on the radio than we do the app. I mean, than we do on the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast, but the app. I mean, that's good for people who are not in Knoxville.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm saying podcast ranks low.
So yeah, but a lot of people love that damn podcast.
They do.
They always listen back.
They do, and I like the podcast too. But I'm just, if we're ranking the most,
especially with
things,
us being in the morning.
Sure, but if we're ranking the most important things,
you put radio one.
Yeah, without radio, this doesn't go.
That is Fan Run Radio.
This doesn't go without radio. At least like
Fan Run app.
At least for the most part.
Fan
like now,
podcast.
you know, I think that starts changing. It's changing more and more each day. Like I think we could now probably just do app and video only and
all
not
digital.
be on the radio. I would say that's probably accurate. We could probably get rid of the radio and just do the app. And
we definitely could. I mean, that's the way of
video.
The future. But I do love the element of live.
Sure, me too.
I
concur.
Love that because things can happen. Sometimes things can happen live that you don't.
And so honestly,
expect.
like podcast to me is probably last, just because I think the video portion of it,
like nobody,
also, like YouTube, the videos on there, like they stay there. So like you can go and watch if you want to, like if you need to go back and watch or listen, you can do that on YouTube. It's like
live is cool because like nobody ever dies on a podcast. You know what I mean? But you could die on live radio.
I make a promise to you that when you die on air in the next couple of years, I will upload the podcast. You will die on podcast. We will put the episode up. We will not.
That's fine.
We will not cut the cameras.
But that's not like pre-recorded. Like I don't think you'd put that on a. You're not actually dying on the podcast. You know what I mean? You're actually dying live on the radio. Like I could die right here. I could go into cardiac arrest and die right now.
Sure,
I won't because I'm built different. But
you better knock on wood, buddy.
We got a lot of wood here to knock on. But
you're
like,
officially in the danger zone.
If you do see someone die on a podcast, though, even if that happened, it might be shocking.
You might get us kicked off YouTube.
But you'd be like, it's
like when the
not
Paul
live.
brothers got in trouble in that Japanese forest. Like you might get us in trouble.
That was a long time ago. My, how they've come since then.
How convenient that your internet is working for your own show. Poor SEC Mike writes in DSM Dan. 83.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was, man. The internet around here is not great. It's not great.
At lunchtime, it gets a little fickle around noon. I feel like it's every day, so I feel like it's something that they throttle it or they do something at noon. I feel like that.
Well, I don't know, but it really messed up the podcast. You know, we're trying to do it's supposed to be called the OG Hour. It's me and Mike because it's the OG podcast before Cousin Shane came along, and I couldn't do it. It was terrible.
Yeah, I heard you like reminiscing, like, why do we end this? Why do we quit working together? And then like you didn't have internet and didn't take any precautions or like check it all out before and like do your due diligence to make sure the interview went well. And I was like, that's probably why Mike got rid of him. Like Mike probably I need
Mike
somebody
didn't
more
get rid of me.
I need somebody more reliable. As you just did no precautions, did no setup, didn't check it at all.
Mike did not get
and just
rid
went
of
in
me.
completely cold.
I'm an entertainer,
at noon.
man. I'm here to entertain.
You're not that entertaining.
Well, many would disagree. Many would say that
You have your moments.
I am very entertaining.
You have your moments.
Many would say that I'm the heartbeat of this show. But, Mike, I was trying to do a good job for him.
Definitely not the brains.
Well, that's fine. I'd agree with that.
Or the good looks.
I don't think there is anyone.
Yeah, we're all ugly. People are asking for a Bubba Cam.
Good looks on this. You don't want that.
We'll have a Bubba Cam soon. We got some. I'm sorry, Bubba, but it's just true. We're gonna have a Bubba Cam soon. We got some changes coming to the station coming soon. Some exciting changes coming to the station soon, within the next day or so. And
we've got some big programming news.
As a part of that, a Bubba Cam will be coming.
Stay tuned over the next week. We're gonna have some
haters will be furious.
Major announcements.
People will love your clothes, Bubba. You do a good job of dressing. Like you wear interesting stuff. They'll care about it, like your shirt. It's like, oh, here's a wrestling shirt. Oh, here's a Everybody Loves Lesbians hoodie. Cool. Or Everybody Knows I Love Lesbians hoodie. Cool.
I want to make sure this tease gets across that we have major announcements coming.
You're doing too much.
I'm not. I'm not. I heard Russ do it yesterday.
You're doing too much.
Well, you can tell Russ he did too much.
I did. I said, Russ, too much.
We have big news.
So,
big news.
Fan Run Radio just having some updated programming stuff. Is that what's happening?
John's getting
Don't worry
fired.
about it, Bubba. It's a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know. Let's hit a couple headlines.
John. He's gone. No more manager status for John. Caitlin Clark has become Nike's newest signature athlete.
She wasn't already?
No. They unveiled some new shoes and stuff. I don't know. What does that mean?
I thought she already was a signature athlete.
What is a Nike signature athlete? Nike's signature.
See your girl Sophia Cunningham's thirst trap yesterday on Instagram?
I don't thirst over her. Dude. I don't thirst over her like some of you people.
Say what, Bubba?
Pancakes.
What's that?
Are you calling her flat?
You saying
saying she didn't have no butt? You saying she had a pancake booty?
I'm implying it. Respectfully.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I like breakfast, so not a whole lot.
Okay.
Just drizzle a little maple syrup and
big day for the Indiana Beaver.
Good for Caitlin Clark to get this promotion from Nike while not even playing.
What'd you say? Nike's signature roster features all-time greats. I'm incredibly proud to join some of the best athletes in the world, said Caitlin Clark. I don't know what this means. Is this like when you become so big, you're like Michael Jordan, LeBron?
Did you see the logo
Serena.
for this?
Did I see the logo for what?
The Caitlin Clark?
No.
I'm curious if she would end up getting a cease and desist from Gucci. Because it reminds me of like the double G's kind of overlapping.
Okay.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think about? All right.
Yeah, I guess. Well, did you see in Major League Baseball what happened yesterday with the Cardinals?
I saw the Reds got their ass whipped by the Dodgers. I did see that.
Contreras was ejected after hitting his own coach with a damn bat.
Oh, no, I didn't see this. You got video?
Yeah, no. First baseman Wilson Contreras. You know who that is?
Yeah.
He threw a bat and hit his own coach. It was an accident.
Oh, but he got ejected for it?
Yeah, he was ejected.
For an accident?
It was
after.
No, it was after he got ejected. He had gotten ejected, and then he was mad, so he threw his bat. He also tossed his bubble gum on the field. Big no-no.
He also bumped the umpire.
Bumped. He said he didn't understand why he was ejected, and that's why he was angry. So he threw his bat and hit his coach with his bat.
Cal Raleigh also hit his 50th home run.
My coach would have whooped my ass, or he would have tried if I had thrown something at him.
Oh, so he was trying to throw the bat at the ump, and he hit his coach. Probably a good thing. Probably a good
maybe
thing.
Maybe don't throw your bat. Maybe get your anger under control.
Probably a good thing he hit his coach, though, instead of the ump. Okay.
Well, it's not the worst thing to happen for an MLB manager yesterday. The Angels manager had to have heart surgery. Ron Washington, quadruple bypass. I guess he didn't have the surgery yesterday, but he's recovering from a recent.
Said he still wants to come back and join the team. Ron
Dedicated.
Washington is 73 years old, which I got to say, I thought he was older than that.
Man's dedicated to his craft.
Nick Saban looks a lot better than he does. You know, everyone always talks about black don't crack. I don't know. If Ron Washington,
I don't know if you can say that.
With Ron Washington, I feel like he's shown his age. He looks even older. But he also had the cocaine problem, so maybe that's the key to.
Oh, Ron Washington?
Yeah.
Is he black?
Yeah.
And he did cocaine?
Yeah.
And he doesn't look good, you're saying? Yeah, I think black don't crack goes out the window if you do a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah.
They don't all have good skin. Some whites have good skin, not many, but who has the best skin, you think?
I don't know, Buffalo
Among
Bill.
all
Chill
racial
out.
groups.
The Grecians.
Huh?
The Grecians.
The Grecians?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
all the olive oil. That makes sense, actually. Mediterranean people, yeah. They do probably have the best skin. Really good point by Bubba. Giants reportedly waiving the popular, speaking of Italians, the popular quarterback DeVito. Remember him? The hometown guy, the Jersey guy. Hey, the Sunday gravy. Remember that guy for the Giants? Hey, where the meatballs at? They're
Basically,
waving
just
him.
pulled a Cody McClure. Like
Didn't his agent win like
Well, I think
Italian
he's
of the year or
actually-
something?
I think he's actually Italian.
Yeah.
Also, I don't talk that way.
Yeah. You try.
Sunday gravy.
Yeah, Sunday gravy. I made the fresh mozzarella.
Like a ma
Oh,
used
let me
to
take a
make.
picture.
Can a
and
guy
I'm
not
gonna
just
do it
like
all.
cooking a type of food?
Just let me pretend like I'm Italian.
You have
I'm
to,
gonna call it gravy.
You're such a negative energy in my life that you just want to put me down no matter what I do. I enjoy doing something, you pick it apart. That's what you do. Why do you do that? You ever look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Why do I do this? Why am I so rude? Why am I such a mean person sometimes?" Because
Make fun of is a little extreme.
I enjoy cooking Italian food.
Good.
No, I'm not Italian.
You don't have to call it gravy.
No, I'm not
You
Italian.
can cook all the Italian food you want.
I call it the gravy because that's what they call it.
Right,
The
exactly.
Italian
That's the point.
grandmothers call it the
Yeah,
gravy.
You're not an Italian grandmother.
No, I'm not, but I like Sopranos
Yeah.
and Goodfellas. And they talk
it's
about
cultural
the gravy.
appropriation.
I don't care.
Well, that's the
I
only
don't
reason
care if
point
I'm
out.
appropriating
It's
Italian
appropriating
culture. Italians are one of the groups that we've decided it's totally fine to do that
I
with.
disagree. I don't
You
subscribe
can't
to that.
do it with Chinese people, but you can do it with Italians.
I don't
make it make sense.
I don't agree.
I like the food. I like cooking
Yeah,
the food.
no
I
one has a
love-
problem
I
with you cooking
love
the food.
The tomatoes.
It's the
way they
talking
cook
about it. It's the way you talk about it that people find to be annoying.
And people don't find it. One person
Well,
said they found
I
it
find
annoying.
it annoying. So that's two.
Well, you find everything annoying.
That's
So
people.
I find you very
Persons.
annoying too.
That's
but
fine.
I still
People
love
find
you.
me annoying. I
I
wouldn't
still
say that
love you.
people don't. I wouldn't say that people don't find me annoying.
I don't pick apart your life, everything you do.
I don't talk
When
about.
you're talking about
gravy.
the NBA, I say, "Oh, for God's sake, would you shut the?"
You do
about
pick it
the
apart.
NBA?
Exactly.
Every time me and Sam have a conversation, or me and anybody in the office,
it
oh,
never
you're talking
stops
about
with you
food
and Sam.
again.
It
God, you
never
never
stops.
stop.
You just don't do enough work to sit around and talk about food all the time.
No one.
We got things
ever-
we got things we got to get done around here, and you just sit around and talk about food all the damn time.
No one ever is
It's just
up to
nonstop
standard
food
for what
talk
you
with
want.
you.
If it were up to you, you would just sit in a little room alone and just like either if you want to engage in conversation, oh, it's great, I'm having a good time. If you don't, it's if it's somebody else, it's annoying. But if it's you, it's fine. I find it very annoying hearing you and William talk all the time.
I barely
about
talk to
whatever
William.
y'all are talking about.
Me and William barely talk.
You argue every day.
That's not true. That's old news. That's fake news.
The two of you
That's
every
a month
day.
ago. Me and William ain't got in an argument in over a month.
I
Ask
find
William.
it annoying, but
Ask
you know
William.
what? But you know what? I don't pick it apart. I
You
don't
do,
criticize
actually.
because
You-
I'm a nice person.
You actually do.
I'm a nice person.
You get very annoyed by it and go, "Oh God,
Oh,
here we go."
shut
again."
up.
Yeah, so you do that.
That's what I'm thinking in my
No,
head, but
you
I don't
say
say
it too.
that. I do not.
You say it too back when it used to happen, but it doesn't happen anymore.
I don't say that out loud.
You do.
I don't.
You do. You wear your heart on your sleeve.
Tell
buddy.
tell me about work. Yesterday, nothing but putting out fires. Yesterday was a difficult day.
I don't think it gets to count as work when an hour of your time spent putting out fire was for something with you and somebody else on a different platform. That's not.
Well,
really,
that was part of my issue.
That's not really.
yesterday,
That's
but
not really you putting a fire out at
Well,
work.
there was a
That's
lot of
you-
other stuff.
That's you starting the fire at work.
I was on the phone an hour and a half with these people from the damn automation company. You ought to see what that. You ought to
Now you were
dig into that deal. That's quite a damn.
I do agree to that
catastrophe.
I will say that I do
trying
agree.
to deal with that. That's going to be a huge pain in the ass in the coming weeks. But we're
working.
working.
Didn't get it figured out yet, but you're on your way.
We're working. We're working like heck, as Philip Fulmer once said. And then, but yesterday, nothing but problems. You ever have one of those days? It's nothing but problems. And then by the afternoon, the damn tower computer's gone down, and the drive had gone dead air for a bit of time. We had to put that fire out, but we're like firemen around here.
So you putting that fire out just means you got to.
Well, I had to restart that computer.
Yeah, that means you just got to go home an hour early.
No, I didn't go home an hour early. I was working. I was putting out fires with
I was here till
gasoline.
6. I was here till 6:15. I noticed you didn't make it back here, so like you were.
What
gone.
were you doing?
Working
at 6:15.
Yeah, working.
What were you doing?
Working.
What kind of work?
Helping Walker with this commercial, uploading podcasts, uploading
that's another
videos.
thing. That Walker. That's another thing. Don't even get me started on that Walker.
Is this all just leading? Like you talking about these fires? Is this just leading to you asking for more time off? Like was 6 days and 3 weeks not enough? Or are you about to ask for more of a vacation?
No, I'm good. I'm set for at least the next 2 months here. I'm good.
Nope. Not until football season's over.
Thanksgiving.
You have made me a promise that you're not leaving again until football season. So February what 8th? Whenever the Monday after the Super Bowl is, you are back.
First of all, we weren't talking about the NFL.
You said football season, so after the Super Bowl,
no.
Feel free to take some time off.
We weren't talking about the NFL season.
Bubba, when you hear football season, what do you think?
Super Bowl.
No,
okay.
we're talking college season and college regular.
Okay,
season
then late January after the
regular season, Bubba.
Regular season.
No,
December.
12 weeks. The next 12 weeks. And if there's an important road game, and if we end up having a good team, and the Florida game's a big game. I mean,
and you got it here covered. You said you weren't going anywhere. I could count on you.
We may need a little extra travel for that.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I'll call in from the road. I like to call in.
Not once have you done that in the past 5 months. Not once.
I haven't gone to any football road games in the past 5 months, Bubba.
He's just talking about you calling in.
Well, I'm talking about calling in on a football road game. So that's a different conversation.
Lock in between now and February because you've promised me multiple times you're not going anywhere until after football season. So lock in.
Yeah.
Tuesday trivia coming up next. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Look out, East Tennessee. It's The Chase. Right here on Fan Run Radio and Fox Sports Knoxville. Join me, Tennessee sports renaissance man, Chase Thomas, and the biggest rising stars in Tennessee sports media like Ryan Shumpert, Ethan Stone, Ryan Sylvia, Caleb Jarreau, William Pattison, and so many more folks every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. on WKGN's newest show, where we talk all things Tennessee Vols and always take your calls.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Coming at you. Tuesday trivia. I am over here in the production booth. That way Cody and Bubba can sit there next to each other on camera, and Cody can make sure Bubba doesn't cheat.
You're not John.
He's not John.
What about my Titans here, Cam Ward and Nafisa Collier? Are you sure it's not me? Cody called Sunday gravy. It's not Sunday, nor is it gravy.
Not sure writes in, no one needs a Bubba Cam. ...
Well,
no one.
It's what is it? The airing of grievances?
No
Kwanzaa?
one.
Nope.
To which Buck replied,
Kwanzaa?
I don't know my holidays. All right.
Kwanzaa? The airing of grievances? That's very disrespectful, and I'm going to hit you with the be careful. That's crazy, John. Whoa, that's so disrespectful. If I had said that, you woke Bubba over here. Life is meaningless, and waking up every day is
John, you gotta
a journey.
Put all sides here, all right? So that way you know.
Waking up every day is a
what you're dealing
journey, and the destination sometime isn't where you actually want to get to. Tuesday trivia.
Buck replied Latinos right after someone said no one needs a Bubba Cam. Do you think that was in reference to that comment, saying the Latinos need a Bubba Cam?
Shout out to RT McBride. He has
so.
sent in trivia. Shout out to him.
My neighbors are great.
Can you not interrupt me while I'm talking? I'm trying to set up Tuesday trivia. RT McBride has sent in trivia. I'm trying to give him his proper respect as
RT McBride, you're on the clock.
As he vies for Freak of the Week. 5 categories. Are you ready?
Yes.
General. Name that president.
Ooh, that's going to be hard.
Name the year. Sports. And acronyms. General. Name that president. Name the year. Sports. Acronyms.
One clarification. Did you say name the year or name the ear?
Year.
Year. Okay.
Name the year.
Name the ear.
Name the ear.
What would name the ear be? What kind of questions would those be? Just like
We
I
would
give you
look at,
pictures of celebrities
or
Piercings?
animals?
No. Piercings, whether it's on the cartilage or like all the way up here and has a little dangly chain.
I was thinking more so animals, like a 3-pointer might be like an
Oh, they'd
elephant.
be an animal. They'd be an animal, Cody.
Yeah, like you could elephant ear, pretty common. You'd be able to tell that one.
Now, what were you saying, Bubba? Cartilage and what?
Hound dog.
Whatever the pieces all the way up here at the top,
Yeah, that would be parts of the ear. It would still be an ear.
Yeah, but like they got that, and like down here, like one of those dangly chains that connects both, like from the top to the bottom.
That would still be an ear, though. How would I name that ear?
Well, which celebrity has that ear? And I would say
Celebrity. Let's play some Tuesday trivia before you get on my last damn nerve.
I'm going first because I won.
Yeah?
Sports for 3.
Sports for 3. Dun, 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 dun. Rolling in the Deep by Adele hits number 1 on the charts. Osama bin Laden is assassinated by Navy SEALs. Interesting use of words there, assassinated. RG3 wins the Heisman.
Okay, well, this is sports for 3. Are you doing name the year for 3?
Whoopsie.
You've already asked it, so I'll go ahead and answer it.
Egg on my face.
I'll go ahead and do that one since you already asked it.
Nah, my bad. I tried to be cute and sit over here in the production booth, and I'm dealing with too many screens and responsibilities over here. Yeah, that's name the year. Sorry.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Egg on my face.
All good.
You wouldn't have been saying that had you not known the answer, but I'll take the egg on my face. Bubba?
We'll go acronyms for 3, please.
Acronyms for 3. NATO.
Man, that O could be a little tricky here. North American Treaty Organization, final answer.
What'd you say?
North American Treaty Organization.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's North Atlantic
Boo.
Treaty Organization.
This guy stinks.
Let's try sports for 3.
All right, let's see. Which president? No, just kidding.
Darn.
Just a little joke.
That would have been tough.
This is the alternative name for Sewanee University, which used to be a member of the SEC.
The alternative name for Sewanee University?
The hipster name.
That's more of a college question, not a sports question. But is it Tusculum?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Bubba, do you know?
Tuskegee?
School of the South.
University of the South.
All
But
right,
I probably would have given you credit for that.
That's a dumb sports question. Sorry, RT. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying, like, it's.
Was that sports for 3?
That was sports for 3.
That had nothing to do with sports. I mean, so. Sports, that was supposed to be like, what is it called when the bases are loaded and a player hits a home run? That would have been a good one, Anyway.
All right, Bubba, chance to pull even here or take a lead or cut into the lead.
We'll go acronyms for 4, please.
Acronyms for 4. You did so well with 3. Let's go back to that one. 4, NASA.
You know what they say?
Oh, my God.
It's the rivers and roads that make a man.
Yeah.
They don't say that.
Okay.
It was Billy Joel. Looking at that phone screen a lot.
NASA.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
Okay. Do you want me to cheat? Because I'll gladly do it.
No, I don't.
Man, I look like such an idiot up here, John. I don't like this. North American Space Academy, final answer.
No.
Yeah.
Cody?
I'll go with acronyms for 2.
Oh, well, I'll just see if you knew the answer.
Oh, wait. National Aeronautical Space Association?
No.
Okay.
National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Wow. I'm surprised neither one of you knew that.
I'll do acronyms for 2.
Roy G. Biv.
Oh, come on.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
That's correct. It is 5-0 after 2.5 rounds. Bubba, you need to get on the board here. May I suggest not doing acronyms because you don't know any?
Well, funny you say that, John. Acronyms for one, please.
I thought you were going to go 5. You want acronyms for one? Seems like terrible strategy, but okay, let's get on the board here. SEC for sports.
Did it say that?
It did.
As a caveat?
It did. It did. You could check.
Okay. Southeastern Conference, John. Final answer.
All right, 5-1 after 3 rounds.
Do you know the other one?
Waste of a question, but okay.
Search something committee.
Securities and Exchange Commission, I believe. All right, we will try General for 2.
This U.S. state, known mostly for their caucus style of voting, usually goes first in presidential primaries.
Iowa.
Caucus.
7-1 after 3.5 rounds. Let's lock in, Bubba.
I think we've already been taken by the riptide. We're already out here.
No, you're fine. You can get back in this.
Do another 1-pointer.
Don't do another 1-pointer. I almost vetoed it and said you couldn't do it, but I decided to let you play your own game.
General for 3, please.
Good call.
General for 3. In the TV show I Love Lucy, what is the name of Lucy's husband?
The abbreviation or like the full name? Or
just his name. His name is a very popular name.
Please, isn't it Ricardo Valentine? Or I did the last name probably wrong, so his name is Ricky Ricardo, something like that.
What's your answer? What's the final answer here? Because you said 5 different things. What's the answer?
Ricardo.
Okay, give me his first and last name, please. Because you just keep saying like I need a first and a last name.
Ricardo Valentine, final answer.
Oh man, Ricky Ricardo. I wanted you to. I was trying, Bub. I was trying to help you.
Don't help me, John.
Well, I wasn't giving you the answer. I was just trying to give you a chance. Ricky
now
Ricardo.
Cody's gonna feel bad and want some assistance for his own.
No,
don't help me, John. It's a lost cause.
Ricky Ricardo. Ricky Ricardo is the answer.
I mean, at one point he did say Ricky Ricardo.
Well, he did, but he said Ricky Ricardo Valentine, and I've never heard Ricky Ricardo Valentine. And I've heard Ricky Ricardo. I don't know where he got Valentine.
That's tough luck, Bubba. Let's go sports for 2.
Now Cody's trying to give you the treatment where just let him score, give him the points. He did say Ricky Ricardo. See, that's sad. That's sad the way he's treating you. Sports for 2, you said?
That's right.
Which school won the last back-to-back college football national championship?
Georgia.
Feels a little bit like a 1-pointer there. Cody would be irate if somebody else got that as a 2-pointer.
No, I mean 2s are supposed to be pretty easy.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
I don't know why you're attacking the guy who's up 9-1.
Bubba, I need you to get on the board here.
I can't do that. That's loser's mentality, John. Kicking a field goal. Nah.
Well, first of all, you went with a 1-pointer just a second ago, so let's not act like you're above it. But let's go. Let's get some answers. Come on, I believe in you.
Sports for 4, please.
Sports for 4. Let's get one right.
Good stuff.
This college football coach is ranked 2nd all-time in number of wins with 346. He also coached a small portion of his career at West Virginia.
I'm glad you know this, Mr. Cody McClure, CFB.
I might know it, but I don't know. I got 2 names in my head.
It's obvious that I don't know it, so we're just gonna say
Who do you think second all time in wins?
second all time. There's a lot of guys out there that I don't know.
Okay.
There's more that I don't know than I do know.
Okay.
I feel like one guy, Bear Bryant. Final answer.
You got the initials right.
Bobby Bowden.
Bobby Bowden.
Okay.
Still in this. Keep your head up. Just got to get a couple 5-pointers. You can change this game around. I believe in you.
Name the year for 2.
Name the year for 2. The U.S. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Queen Elizabeth II passes away, and Qatar hosts the World Cup.
Well, it has to be.
I don't like that noise you just made. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
All right, so
I don't like it at all.
It has to be an even year, right? With it being the World Cup, isn't that the way that works? In the World Cup, even years. The Queen. We had a whole bit about the Queen. I know she died in September, but was that 22 or 23? World Cup wouldn't be in an odd year, would it? I don't think. 20. For some reason, I feel like that was 23, but that is a World Cup in odd years. Roe v. Wade, that would have been the Biden administration. When were the liberals all upset?
10
about
seconds, please.
Roe v. Wade.
10 seconds,
Was it
please.
22 or 23? 2022.
In most years, the World Cup is played on even years, but you forgot COVID.
Oh, it was delayed.
No, it didn't affect it at all. It was 2022.
Oh, okay.
That was right when you got back for radio.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was. I knew we were on the radio when the Queen died, but I couldn't remember the year.
You had just gotten back. You left in 23. You came back in 22.
Yeah, but I left at the end of 23 football season.
Well, yeah, but you got back in 22.
Right,
It was
but I was
one of
on the
first
radio during.
But it was one of the first things
September
that happened
23.
when you got back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Bubba. Let's go.
11-1.
It's go time.
Still a game.
I believe in you.
Name that president for 5.
Let's go. Let's see here. This president is the 45th and 47th president. No. This president succeeded Woodrow Wilson and is widely believed to have won the election based on the recent passage of the 19th Amendment, which guaranteed women the right to vote.
I think I know this one.
The better question for you to ask is what number president was Woodrow Wilson here? But
This is an indictment on Karn's education here.
not just
Don't you
there's
be
been no
talking
reason why
about
I've had to
my
look
school.
at each president since then.
We're just as smart as anybody around this town. Just because we're in Carnes don't mean we're dumb.
I mean, it's crazy to say that because we were the number 2 school in Knox County
Where'd
at
you
the time
go,
that I was there. But
Where'd you go, pretty boy, Farragut?
I'm curious what Arkansas's
Meow.
literacy rates are.
Enough to get us to 11 trivia points.
Yeah, you got me. Well, Harding, final answer.
Oh, let's go.
Wait, you got to do the full name.
Not for president, you don't.
Oh.
I mean, I say no, but do you know the name, Bubba?
You got to do the first name and the middle initial.
I personally.
There's only one Harding as president.
I mean, we'll give it to him, but.
Well, do you know the first name?
I'm.
Because I
It's
personally
either
say
a
you
T
don't-
or a W.
Like Jeopardy doesn't make you give the first name. You could just put the last name on Jeopardy. Warren G. Harding. I'm giving you the points. Jeopardy doesn't make you get the first.
Is that where Warren G got his name from, the rapper?
I don't think so. But Bubba's still alive. Let's go.
Okay.
All it took was a little motivation put down at school and him getting a text message. That's all it took for him to get that answer.
I was going to say, that's quite the pull.
There's no text message.
That's all it took from
Fun
there.
story. My brother's childhood friend was actually a relative of Harding.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got into trouble a lot at school for fighting.
Did he say, hey, do you know who I
His name
am?
was Tim Harding, I
Your
think.
brother's
like
friend?
childhood friend, yeah.
New Warren G. Harding?
I think it was like relative because his last name was Harding.
Bubba's back in the game. Let's go.
Okay, sports for one.
Interesting strategy with 3 questions remaining. But how many consecutive Super Bowl losses did the Buffalo Bills have?
4.
All right, 12-6. All right, Bubba, let's go. You gotta make up some ground here.
Shoot. How many more questions do we get?
This is it.
You get 2 more, Bubba.
That's not accurate.
Cody gets 1. You get 2.
That's not correct.
According to my records.
This is round 7.
Have we done acronyms for 5?
Nope. You want it?
Yes, sir.
SWAT. As in SWAT team.
If only it could have been like SWOT analysis. That would have been cool.
Damn.
But
finishing with back-to-back 5-pointers would be pretty cool.
It would be. It would be.
This is very interesting because I found this category, all 3, 4, and 5, to be very easy. But
I'll give you 3 points if you know NASCAR.
Well, I can tell you it ain't that anymore.
There you go. So if you get this and then get NASCAR right, you win. That's 8 total points. Let's go.
That's not what I meant.
You said if he gets it right.
How about you flip that phone down there? Huh?
You want to not use my phone to? Yeah, you want to cheat code?
I'm watching you.
There really is no point to be looking at.
Why are you so insecure?
You got an answer?
Give me like 4 seconds,
Okay.
please, but count it out loud.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Surgical weaponry,
9
advanced
1/2.
tactics. Final answer.
9.75. Special weapons and tactics. Special
Match away to popcorn pops.
weapons and tactics.
That's not at all what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
Sally was always tardy.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Program. Shout out to Bubba. Appreciate you playing trivia. It's not easy to get in the arena, especially as a solo venture. The P teams let you down. There has been no more P team, but we're making an addition to the P team coming up soon. You'll have a fourth person soon.
El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano. El Grande Talk Sporto as we're adding a fourth man. A fourth man is coming. We got program announcements coming up over the next couple of days. Stay locked in here on Fan Run Radio to hear more about them. Exciting changes. Everyone on the same page. A little reshuffling, but in the best way. Just stay tuned for that. Cody, anything to add about your trivia victory or anything we talked about so far today or anything you think we need to hit before the show's over?
Nope, I don't gloat when
Okay,
I win
sounds
trivia.
good.
It's just another Tuesday.
All right, sounds good.
It's like when they hand the Make-A-Wish kid the ball during practice and he's going to score a touchdown and they tackle him right at the 1 yard
That's
line.
cute, Bubba, but you can't really say that when you were the loser to the Make-A-Wish kid. You can't really use that one
Maybe
here.
I was calling myself the Make-A-Wish kid in this situation because he got tackled, before he could score the practice touchdown. But
why would you call yourself a Make-A-Wish kid?
So that way you couldn't do it.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. What are you talking about?
The old Eminem approach.
I simply said, good game. I tried to shake hands. Bubba told me to, quote, go F myself.
He flipped me off through the window twice. I'm trying to give you props. You were the man in the arena. It's okay. When people say that you're the worst thing that's ever happened to Tuesday Trivia, are they wrong? No, but it's not from a lack of effort. If you try to make a fish climb a tree, that fish is going to look pretty dumb, But if you put him in the water, he'll swim and look like a genius. You're just that fish trying to climb a tree. It's okay. Are you the worst thing that's ever happened to Tuesday Trivia? Maybe. But, Marcus wasn't great either. Marcus was bad too. You're not the only person that's ever butchered Tuesday Trivia. Hell, one time a guy had all the wrong answers. He was clearly he didn't even have the right answers.
There have been a lot of bad batches over the years.
What did we miss so far today, Bubba?
Besides
all those trivia questions.
That's a great question.
Come on.
We've missed Netflix reaching a deal to stream the 2026 World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
In Japan.
Where is that? That usually just broadcasts on MLB Network, right?
The agreement covers all 47 World Baseball Classic games and markets because of Netflix.
I prefer it to broadcast somewhere I won't encounter it upon the TV.
47 games? They have 47 games of the World Baseball Classic?
Apparently there's a lot of countries out there that play baseball.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But when I think of the World Baseball Classic, I think of only 8 teams playing or something like that. But okay.
We've got some Formula One shakeups happening as Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez are going to race for Cadillac.
Okay.
This leads the way for potentially IndyCar's reigning 4-time back-to-back champion Alex Palou to Red Bull F1? Question marks. We had Kita Vaccaro walked away from 17-month marriage to NFL star Tyreek Hill with a major divorce settlement. Poor Tyreek.
I did keto for a while, but then I started eating carbs again.
Yeah, we heard about it.
And then we got some shakeups in the NASCAR world as Michael Jordan's potentially getting, kicked out because of the whole charter.
Michael Jordan's failing as another owner, or failing as an owner again.
Another instance
failing. Of Michael Jordan.
He's not failing. It's NASCAR failing him. It's a charter agreement.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's even better. It's always someone else's fault.
Well, no, I mean they're taking away instead of them being a team that they're on off these charters and stuff, they don't want to grant it to them, which leads the way for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to swoop in and run a Cup team again.
National Association
Stock
of
Car Auto Racing. Yes, Cody. They're not stuck anymore, though.
No.
We also have Dylan Iola saying he can't help himself to Mahomes comparison, saying, I can't get mad at God for making me look like him.
You said North American Stock Car Automobile Racing. What was it?
No, that's not what I said.
What would you say?
The National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really care.
Sounds like you did.
Nah.
Rob Van Dam took Rajah Jackson's side.
Yeah, I saw a couple more videos of Rampage Jackson. They were both before the incident. One was the wrestler apologizing to him, and it looking like they were squashing their beef from him hitting in the head with a can. And the other one was him sitting ringside, telling his YouTube stream that he's about to go in there and beat this guy's ass for real, not play fighting.
Speaking of YouTube, them and Fox are having a little disagreement. Again.
Who?
YouTube and Fox, I believe.
Yeah, YouTube TV. If you have YouTube TV, you might not have Fox. And if you don't have Fox, you might not get to see number 1 versus number 3 this weekend. It's always something. It's always something. Come to Barley's, though. They'll have it. That'll do it for us. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio. Under review coming up next.